Radio, can I help you?
Hi, can I talk to Ian, please?
3, 1.
It's the real thing. A radio signal from another world.
This is the flavor.
I'm like Ian Collins. All he does is talk to Mike and Myth. Slash off. Some folk just don't get it. I'm not going to do this with a pack of morons.
How dare you think you're right, because I'm right.
And you should keep your opinions to yourself. Yeah.
Ian Collins and the creatures of the night.
Yeah, I hear you, fruitcake. They call me Rubberneck.
Brace yourself.
And it's our last show. It's our last show.
Oh, yeah.
Not ever. You're not supposed to be sat there.
Why?
You're supposed to be sat there.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Well, I wouldn't even be able to see a microphone from over there.
We can't hear you.
I know.
Is there a microphone over there?
No.
Oh, isn't there?
No.
Well, you better sit there then.
No problem.
That's better. No, that's all right.
That's it.
That's all right. Yeah, so it is actually our last show of 1998.
It is.
Not our last show ever.
No.
Just of 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gordon will be here soon.
Gordon.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know Gordon, Sarah?
Who's Gordon?
Who's Gordon?
Keep up, woman.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, another
Who
person
is
I
Gordon?
don't know. Yeah.
You don't know who Gordon is?
No, who's
Gordon is the
Tell me.
bloke who's sitting in when we're away.
Oh.
What is up with you?
I should have known.
Of course you should have known.
Is he a gopher?
It's not funny.
No.
It's a Philip Schofield gag. It's not
It's the
funny.
only Gordon I know.
Okay, well, Gordon is sitting in.
Him and Gordon Burns.
As we always say, just don't be... No, it's not Gordon Burns. Famous Gordons.
Gordon of Khartoum.
Football player. Gordon...
Banks.
Gordon the Gopher.
Gordon Honeycomb.
Gordon Honeycomb, top newsreader.
Indeed. Gordon...
Bennett.
Yes,
It
Gordon.
was a real person. A lot of
He
people don't
was.
know that. You know that, sir?
No,
Do you not know that?
I didn't.
Newspaper editor.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the first sensationalist kind of journo. Who sparked kind of tabloid journalism, some might say.
And is he still around now?
No, he's not around now. Don't be stupid. He was hundreds of years ago.
Oh, hundreds of years ago.
Well, a little while ago. And so when anybody got a really big scoop, like a tabloidy scoop, people would say, you've got a Gordon Bennett. And that became shortened to Gordon Bennett.
Oh.
Fantastic, is it?
You learned
Superb.
something.
I learned something, yep.
Every day. So we thought, because it's Christmas and stuff, we'll just kind of have a really good chill out on the phones. I mean, talk about whatever you want to talk about, but just give us a bell and we'll talk about a few favourite moments from the show over the last year. We've got a diamond demo montage coming up, and because we've got the top 10 bands.
We have.
Top 10 bands of the year.
And
There's some great bands, some really good
Ace.
bands. And we're going to be doing that. So whatever else it is you want to sling in, give us a bell now on the last show of this year. It might be our last show ever, we don't know. But, anyway, it's 0500 10 53 89. I mean, straight away, my phone lines are ringing. Look at Hello Talk Radio. Speak. Just supposed to be somebody there.
That was a good first call.
Yes, that's right. There is, but there's not.
Oh, it's one of those mute people.
That's it.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, fair enough. Hello Talk Radio. No, something wrong here.
Is there something wrong here?
There is definitely something wrong.
Can't be.
Try now.
Hello? Hello?
No.
Oh, we could have a problem.
Because at the very least, there should be a...
Hang on a second. I think we can't hear them.
We can't hear them.
Go again.
Hello? Well, no, there should be a dialing tone there, because I just went to a blank line.
This is peculiar.
We can't hear calls.
No. Oh, no.
Hello? So we got no calls?
We've got no calls. We've got no calls all
well, that
night. I
solves the
don't
problem then,
believe
doesn't
this.
Why should we not be able to hear calls?
I don't understand it.
Are we on air?
We are. We're definitely on air.
We hope.
Peculiar.
Shall I go next door and
It's
see?
nothing to do with faders in there, is it?
I'll make sure. I'll go and have a...
That's the one.
They're down in there.
That's the presenter tells the tech up. That's it. Pull them
They're
faders
down
up.
in there. Chuck them up.
Hello, Ian.
Hello!
Oh, yes.
Hey! Who's that?
It's Joe, the cab driver.
Hello, Joe, how you doing?
All right, mate. Listen, the best Gordons of the lot.
Which one?
Gordon Gin.
Gordon Gin.
Gordon's Gin.
They're going to send you a crate for that, you know that.
Best Gordon of the lot. Have a nice Christmas.
And you too, Gordon.
Ta-da.
You take care. Bye-bye. That's Gordon the Alky calling us up with his Gordon Gin reference. We don't mind that. So in which case, we'll try this line here. Hello, Talk Radio.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hi, all right, who's this?
It's Johnny.
Johnny?
Yeah.
Hello, Johnny. Where are you calling from, Johnny?
Manchester.
Good old Manchester. What do you got for us, Johnny?
Yeah. From the people who brought you the shoe theory, I've now got a fantastic...
Oh, it's Johnny the Shoe Theory.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the feminist shoe
Feminist
theory.
shoe theory, I like it.
Fantastic. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I've now got a bit of a theory of everything going.
Have you?
Bit
A
of a
theory
God.
of everything?
Well, kind of.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present God.
Yeah.
God, far away.
It's to do with, like, fate.
Fate.
Hey, what's
Fate.
that? What's that from you?
Hit us with some fate.
It's inspired by what you said last night about who's that idiot driving down the motorway in the fog at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think humans, right, have their own free will,
Yes.
but God, or fate, has a plan for every single person.
Right. So are you saying your free will runs in tandem with the fate?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So this God, fate type entity
Yes.
often does little things like that to make sure his plan's going.
So he makes you drive at 70 miles an hour in the fog?
No, he doesn't make someone. He just sort of makes it happen. You see what I mean?
Any chance of a drop of clarity on this one, boys?
This isn't as good as the shoe theory.
This is not going as well as the shoe theory here so far, you know that?
It will once you sort of...
Once we click onto it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we got to do, click onto it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, well, kind of. It's,
Hang on, Miff's got a point, he wants to interject.
I'll tell you what, I don't actually think you've thought this one through, young man.
I have.
I think
You
you've made
sure?
a quantum leap.
But we've always argued that fate and free will work kind of in parallel.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much for that. Anything else you want to add?
Cream, cheese.
We've got the lot. Thank you, Johnny.
Round mine, 6 o'clock.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
That's Johnny.
Yeah.
Who's not, yes, who's not quite with it.
Tonight.
Yeah. Where should we go? Let's try
6.
6. Is that 6 there?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Hello, Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Fun. It's regarding what was on the station last night about people thieving each other.
Thieving?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you been thieving today?
No, thanks.
Have you been thieved?
About 6 times in the last 7 years.
What, your house?
Yeah.
You're averaging 1 a year here. What's wrong? You should get a front door on that house of yours.
I've got a front door, back door, double glazing, garage at the back, you name it. I've got everything.
So what's missing? Just the roof, like yours?
No.
So where are they getting in then?
Basically, they've climbed over the garage each time.
Yeah.
3 times, believe it or not, the neighbours watched them come in and came round about 2-3 weeks later, never bothered reporting the police or anything, and said, sorry to hear you've been broken in. Sorry to
So
hear
your neighbours watched them come in?
Yeah.
And didn't ring anybody?
No.
You have appalling neighbours, sir.
Oh, tell me. Tell me about it. Well, last night there was someone on saying, you should rob from people who, if somebody's got the one house, you should rob them.
Yeah, dog eat dog. Don't worry about it. Just go robbing all over the place.
That
That's
was
what
the
we've
one, yeah.
Yeah.
But the first time I was burgled,
Yeah.
I had insurance champion. After that, no one would insure us.
Now, how does that work? How can insurance companies just refuse to insure? That's the entire reason why these thieving swines are there in the first place.
Oh,
They are there for this very reason. I never understand how your premium gets bumped up when you claim. I don't even get that one.
I agree with you.
I said, well, I had a car crash, and I claimed on insurance, and the insurance company said, oh, well, you had a car crash. You're more of a risk now. Well, in fact, I would have thought statistically, you're actually less of a risk.
Well, of course you
once you've had a crash.
That's it, you've learned your lesson.
Of course you have.
But, now they're putting £5 each premium.
This is crackers.
Well, I haven't said that.
Crackers,
the average working man, his luxury is his car. How many average working men can afford to buy a yacht and go yachting? Like that Bullock in the South Atlantic? The one Australian Navy was mobilised to get him on the water?
Now, can we just go back a track here a second? You've lost us with the Bullock there for a second.
I think that was his name. Tony Bullock, was it?
Oh, Bullymore.
Bullymore.
Tony Bullymore. I meant to say that, but there you go. Anyway, got your drift on that.
But who charges them, These people who go mountain climbing, it costs the country fortunes.
The mountain climber, thank you very much for that, by the way. The mountain climber people are just bananas. And it wasn't there a woman like last Christmas or something who went up there with, it was like really foggy, really snowy, really cold, really icy, and all the people said, don't go mountain climbing.
And they did.
She did.
And she went mountain climbing. And she went and climbed this mountain, and guess what? She got lost. And had to send out the RAF helicopter and stuff. And there was a story, I think, that she'd sold a story somewhere. And I was saying, well, she should have given that money to... Or maybe she did, I don't know, you know, to be fair. Perhaps she did. But, yeah, these kind of people who do all of that.
I saw a programme last night, sort of peak viewing time, 8 o'clock, Channel 5, on explaining to people how to survive an avalanche. Talk about minority programming. I mean, how many British people...
How to survive an avalanche?
Watching Channel 5, 8 o'clock yesterday evening, are really going to want to know how to survive an avalanche, and how useful is that to anyone?
They really are the pioneers of alternative viewing over at Channel 5, aren't they?
I don't know what they're on.
If you want good viewing, then that's the alternative. I think that's the thing going on there. I'll tell you what I watch, which is absolute rot. There's that soap opera we were talking about a couple of weeks ago in the afternoon, Sunset Beach or something.
Sunset Boulevard.
Is it? Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And it is abysmal. I mean, it's like filmed on a camcorder.
Is it American?
Oh, it's dreadful. It is, yeah.
Oh, is it the new BBC one?
No, this is on Channel 5 in the afternoon.
Right,
the one they show this omnibus on Saturday afternoon that lasts for about a day.
That's the Family Affairs one, though.
No, not Family Affairs. No. This is American. It's called Sunset Strip or Sunset Beach or something.
Strip, that's the one.
That's it, yeah. And it's just abysmal. What is more abysmal than that, and more abysmal than Frost Drop on Friday, who only got the gig because of her name rhymed with, you know, it sounded right with Friday. I mean, Frost Drop on Wednesday, it wouldn't have really gone.
No.
So they kind of... They'd had to have got Wendy Turner or something for that.
Yeah.
Wendy on Wednesday.
Mariana on Monday is coming next.
Mariana on Monday. They could have done that, couldn't they?
Teresa on Tuesday.
Teresa on Tuesday. That's right. But Thursday,
it'd be...
Thelma Barlow. Mavis from Coronation Street on Thursday.
Excellent.
But speaking of talk shows, the worst talk show in the world, Roseanne Barr.
Oh, man.
Dire.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
Have you seen that? It's the biggest heap of rag you ever saw in your life.
That woman makes self-indulgence an art form, don't you think?
Horrendous.
I mean, she's just so up herself.
It's horrendous.
Is there anybody in the world with a more annoying voice? It's like a high-pitched screech.
Oh, she is horrendous. Horrendous. Right to Channel 5, get that programme removed. It is horrendous. Right, it's 0500 1053 89. It's the last show this year. So anyone... At about 1:30, we're going to play a little clip. We're not really able to kind of just play in clips by request. But it became obvious that a conversation we had... Blimey, how long ago?
About 3 months ago.
3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of letters saying, can you just repeat that conversation?
Now, we're coming to the conclusion that it was one of the highlights of the year.
Yeah, what were we discussing in that conversation? What was the backbone of it?
I think that I don't think we ought to say, because I think that's the crux of the matter.
Yeah, we didn't really know ourselves.
I think that's about...
So we'll play that in about 15 minutes. We've also got 10 crazy creature facts.
They're good.
All about us a bit later on as well. We've got Anne-Marie, what's her name? Evans in Hong Kong.
She's lovely.
She's good. She's great. She sounded really good.
We've got Bam, You're Not Human.
Bam, You're Not Human. That's coming on as well.
What else we got? We've got a weird story.
We've got a weird story.
2 weird stories.
Two weird stories.
Bumper edition.
Bumper edition, festive edition. So all of that and the faxes as well. Fax number is 0541 59 69 79, and the email is icollins@talk-radio.co.uk. And the phone number is I don't know if it's working or not. I don't think it is. 0500 1053 89 on the blower. So all of that and a bit more as well, whatever it is you want to sling in on the last show of the year. We'll keep it light. We'll have a giggle. We'll have a giggle, as they say.
This is really weird. When a 68-year-old Polish immigrant in New York began to make bulk purchases of salt and garlic in his local grocery store, they put him down as a bit weird. As the weeks went by, they got used to their eccentric customer, who later explained that he needed the herb and flavoring not for some tasty Polish delicacy, but to ward off vampires. For, he declared, New York was plagued with those eerie creatures, and he felt that you couldn't be too careful. When the police subsequently called at his darkened room to investigate his reported disappearance, they discovered that the poor Pole had been overcome in the end. There he lay, dead, surrounded by salt and garlic. It was everywhere, in his bed, in the washing up bowl, and on the windowsill. had Count Dracula struck again? With the streets of New York City after sunset now to be plagued with a halitosis-ridden ghoul? No, the cause of death was rather more mundane. He had choked to death on a digestive biscuit. Strange, but true.
You've got an audience with Ian Collins and the Creatures of the Night.
Disgusted with this particular chappie that's on now. He may be a nice fellow, but I think his mind is just warped. He loves the sound of his own voice. I think it's disgusting. I think for a fellow to talk rubbish the way he does.
Yes.
I mean, I'm amazed. I mean, no wonder our country is going down to the dogs.
We're not worried about the old ones, really, are we?
That's the point. You're that sort of person. You don't care about the old ones. I'll tell you now, a lot of the old ones were doing the war that made this country the way it is for you. Mr. Collins,
I'm an advocate.
You are a warped-minded, ignorant person.
It's lovely
I don't wish to speak to you any longer. I think you're too...
Go away. Oh, yes. Remember that one. What's this? From Stuart the Night Porter, who says, I'm sure he's a nice porter as well. I think it's important we point that out, that he's a nice bloke. So the nice Night Porter Stuart. You having fun and games, eh?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Are they all out there tonight?
They are all out.
They're all out there tonight. Hello. Any chance of hearing the 10 funky festive facts, as I missed them yesterday? Have a good one. Have we still got them?
We have.
Be hard to get, though, wouldn't it?
Be a bit of work for me.
Bit of work for Pete, I'm afraid, and Pete has got pressing matters, so we'll see what we can do, Stuart, but stand by for the top 10 creature facts coming up later. This is from Stan the Yam Yam Man in Rowley Regis, who says, just thought I'd make your Christmas so much better by letting you know that on Christmas Day at 3 o'clock, that Jeremy, the one off the airport programme, we'll talk about him in a bit, is on the radio with his own slot, along with Babs Windsor and the Spice Wenches. I don't know if this is a local or a national station, if it's... No. Look at the station, look at it.
Yeah.
Well, it could be, it depends, because there's more than one of those around the country. There's one in Birmingham.
Yeah.
There's one in... did you know that fat guy is No.
Never.
Well, it's funny, right?
Unbelievable.
Last night, when I was watching that... This is Jeremy Fatcamp, watching that airport programme, as he was handling a snake... Because he swapped jobs. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't see it, it's the airport fly on the wall thing at the BBC, and he's the guy that's some sort of Russian interpreter or baggage handler or whatever. And so they swapped jobs, and he went to work in the animal house.
Yes.
Where various people who, have got quarantine-type beasts lurking away. And the snake handler produced this rather large python. And Jeremy was going to handle it. And Jeremy kept saying, oh, it's gross. It's absolutely gross. I've never handled anything like that before. And we were thinking, yeah, I bet you haven't, mate. Yeah. But as he was handling this reptilian beast, I did notice he was wearing a wedding ring.
Really?
And I thought, no, not at all. No, he's not. No, he's not. He can't be, He can't be.
Cheeky monkey.
But, there it is. Stan the Yam Yam. Apparently he is.
Good.
But it wouldn't be libelous to say he's an effeminate guy.
No, not at all.
But there are a lot of blokes like that. So, Jeremy Fatcamp and wife. Happy Christmas.
Mrs. Fatcamp.
Mr. and Mrs. Fatcamp. And then he put on an inflatable Father Christmas outfit.
I saw that bit.
What was that all about?
It needs pumping up.
God, didn't it just? Hello, Talk Radio.
Hello?
Hello,
Peter Chandler, Stoke-on-Trent.
Peter, Stoke-on-Trent. How are you, Peter?
How are you doing?
All right, what can we do for you?
I think Blair, Robinson and Mandelson should be impeached in this country.
Impeached? That's over the top, isn't it, impeached?
I think they should be impeached.
Impeached? What have they done?
What have they done? What are they doing?
What's he done? He borrowed some wonga off his buddy. What's wrong with that?
Well, I've lost 3,500 workers in my pottery industry in Stoke-on-Trent.
Well, it's not Peter Mandelson's fault, is it?
Oh, yes, he's a spin doctor, isn't he? He borrowed the money. He's got
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with you losing workers. That Peter Mandelson borrowed some cash off his buddy.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, how is it?
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, we know it's the panto season, Peter, but let's leave off that one a bit.
Exactly, it is the panto season.
Why is it his fault that you've lost all those workers?
All three should be impeached.
What? Yeah, but why? What's Peter Mandelson done?
What's he done?
Yes.
He's borrowed money and not declared it.
So why should that be an impeachable? He hasn't broken any House of Commons rules.
All three of them, Blair,
yes,
Robinson, and him should be impeached.
No, you can only really impeach the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. We won't get into that.
No, but I'm saying...
No, but why should he be... He hasn't done anything wrong.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
No, well, how is he responsible for you losing 3,500 workers?
I think since Tony Blair has been in power, he has done nothing for the British workers. We've lost steel, we've lost pottery, and we've lost mining.
Pottery? Mining since Tony Blair got in power? Do me a favour.
Since Tony Blair
do me a favour. Since when has Tony Blair been going around closing pits?
Well, that's why he should be impeached.
What, because he hasn't closed enough?
Yeah. Well, no. I'm saying that the British workers now are suffering so much, it's unbelievable. So many people who voted Labour last time now in this area will never vote Labour again.
Yeah, but how can you can't...
I don't know which way they'll vote.
Yeah, but hang on a second. If you want to extend that... if that's the basis of your logic, that if things get a little bit rough around the edges, you've got to impeach the leader of a country, then you surely would have impeached Major and Thatcher at various moments of their careers.
No way.
Why?
No way.
Well, hang on a second. Unemployment was higher under Thatcher than it is under Tony Blair.
Industry survived under Maggie Thatcher.
Industry's surviving now.
And it survived under John Major.
And it's surviving now.
It's not...
Yes, it is.
You're joking.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking. It is surviving.
People are beginning to say now that people are
you telling me in the last 18 years, under the last government, nobody ever had these conversations about how rough it was? We went through two enormous recessions. Just try and be bipartisan for a second if you can, and understand that point, that during the last government, and the one before that, and the one before that...
Right.
We had recession, we had high unemployment, we had a whole bundle of affairs to deal with.
This country survived under that.
Well, it's still surviving.
This country survived.
It's still surviving.
It won't survive under this government.
You can't, I'm sorry, you can't impeach someone on the basis of what you think might happen next week.
I think we should impeach all three of them. Blair, Robinson, and...
Why would you impeach Peter Mandelson?
I think he's a spin doctor. That's all he is. He's just a spin doctor.
He's meant to be a spin doctor. He's
a spin doctor.
That was his job.
Why has he borrowed money from Robinson?
Because he wanted to borrow some money.
Because he wanted a red briefcase and just to impress people. That's all he wanted.
He borrowed the money to buy a house.
Oh, come on. Could you have gone and got that sort of money off a mortgage? Could you have gone to a building society and got that mortgage?
Yes.
No, you could not.
I could.
You could not. And he hasn't declared the interest rate either.
It doesn't matter. It's a private loan between him and his mate.
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care? It's nothing to do with you or me.
He's got to explain to the country and the public what he's done.
He has not got to explain anything at all.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's impeached. Along with Robinson...
Cool, that's fine.
And the Prime Minister.
Yeah, let's get them all out, Peter Chadwick.
Get them out.
Get them out.
Yeah. Get them out.
Well, you can vote on the vote line,
the sooner the better.
Thought that'd interest you. You can vote on the vote line on this one, Peter, because we're asking the question, is this the... You can't use that language. You can't use that language, so there we go. That's Peter Chadwick, Stoke-on-Trent, top potter, an all-round good egg. That is the question on the vote line. Is this the end for Mandelson? We'll get an update for you in a second. If you think yes, it is the end for Mandelson. 0891 111 444. If you think nope, it's not, 0891 111 555. Because I'm not bothered that he borrowed the money. You know, he's got a rich mate and said, can I borrow some cash? He said, yeah, all right. I'll give you a better interest rate than you normally get from the banks. Absolutely fine, no problem at all. But the problem is now that his Department of the Trade and Industry have got to investigate, are investigating Jeffrey. And that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, Jeffrey's investigation is not going well, I don't think.
It's not going well at all. Not going well at all. So there we are. Any comments you want to make? 0500 10 53 89. Oh, he tried to get through, apparently got cut off. So, right, what else are we doing? Have you ever missed... Here's the question. Have you ever missed Christmas? Have you ever missed Christmas?
Tried.
You hate Christmas, don't you?
I hate Christmas.
Can you pass my tea, please, Sarah? It's just up on the shelf. You don't like Christmas at all?
No.
Why not?
I don't know, at my house, you're going to have to slaughter a turkey before you get one on the plate, you know?
What? So what? You can go out there and buy your own turkey and cook it. What's the matter with you, woman? That's what your job is?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm still in that, you know, I'm that dodgy thing in the early 20s where you're still going home for Christmas and regretting and resenting every minute of it. That's the problem.
We want to talk about anybody who actually missed Christmas. So you were due to come back for a reason from somewhere, or you got locked in somewhere.
Yeah, oh, yes.
You missed all that kind of old palaver. I don't really need to explain more than that. You know exactly what I'm saying. 0500 1053 89.
You could have slept through the whole day.
Slept through it for whatever happened the night. There might be quite a few people who've done that.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you actually missed it, you were meant to get a plane back somewhere, you got locked in, something occurred, unprecedented occurrence in your life, which resulted in you actually missing the entire festivities of Christmas. If that occurred, let's hear all about it. Out Your Santa. Miff, explain this one.
Out Your Santa. Well, every local newspaper, they always have the cover story this week on the front page of a Santa dressed up giving out goodies to unfortunates.
That's right.
And what I want to know is...
Unfortunates? What do you mean unfortunates?
Well, folk less better off than themselves.
Okay.
Less better off than themselves?
Well, you know what I mean. Unfortunates. People who are like...
Yeah, all right, we got the gist.
Anyway, what I want to know is who these folk are. What they usually do is give a little biography of these people. They usually say, head of the Rotary Committee in Burlington-on-Sea...
Bert Smedge.
Indeed, aged 59, goes round to see the local orphanage and dishes out goodies that he's saved up for all year.
They don't reveal the Santa, surely.
Oh, they do.
Do they?
Oh, yes, well known for it.
But no, okay, so Out Your Santa, not necessarily in that way. I mean, you know, just like what else your Santa does.
Yes.
If you happen to know, like, you know, you took your... Because there's got to be embarrassing moments with that, you know, people who took on the job as the in-store Santa Claus, and were just completely grateful for an almighty white beard when their neighbours came in or something with the kids. Thought, oh no, it's them from next door, they'll never recognise me. So any kind of in-store Santa stories? What's up with you?
I've died here.
All right. Puss in, but review your local pantomime, that's still going, who's in it as well. The most inappropriate and foolish gifts you've given or received for the festive season, all of that little lot. And if you're... warlocks.
It's true, I tell you.
If you're a pagan or an old witch, tell us what shenanigans you folk will be getting up to. Because don't they just eat things and...
I don't know, I think they
If it moves, they eat it, don't they?
If it moves, they eat it. If it lays down, they'll lie.
Is it true, when a pagan starts going big on, like, Christmas, that cats and dogs in the local area start disappearing?
I think it is.
Oh, yeah, because they cook them up in pots, don't they?
Yeah.
All part of the old, like, you know, eye of newt and wing of bat.
Yes.
Ear of dog and
I love
tail of
Othello.
cat.
Plenty of that. So it's 0500 1053 89 or fax on 0541 59 69 79. Thank you to... oh, yes, apparently... yeah, right, okay, I'll do that as well. Loads of other stuff going on, whatever it is you want to sling in. So, are we doing the...
what do we want to do now? Should we do a thing or another thing?
Are we doing the thing or another thing? Are we doing that funky call from about 3 months ago?
We could do that now.
Should we do that now?
Hang on a second.
Okay, so we'll Peter line it up. This was a call, this was a conversation that we had in the studio between... In fact, just before we do that, let me just go to a call here. I need to... hello, Talk Radio.
Hi, is this Ian Collins show?
Speaking, sir. Who's this?
Excellent. Colin.
Hello.
Now get this radio off.
Colin, welcome along.
Hi.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas to you too.
What have you got for us? I
missed last Christmas.
Did you?
I love it.
What happened?
I had a partner, and she walked out on the 20th of December, and I thought she'd gone back to her previous partner, who was a known criminal. She had my house keys.
All right, yes.
So obviously I got the council round, they changed the locks.
Yes.
And I had to sit here right through Christmas, just in case she needed to get hold of me.
And did she?
Nope. I found out on the 15th of January she'd moved off with a new guy.
Sorry to hear that.
Ah, well, that was last Christmas. I'm looking forward to this Christmas.
Ah, yes.
Santa Christmas is coming on his sleigh with some nice 100 milligram Viagra tablets.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to rent One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, it's available at all good video stores, particularly throughout the festive season. Oh, dear. Dave, this is another line here. It's a good job I didn't press that one. I can't get a... Yeah, we'll go with this one. Hello, Talk Radio.
Hello, yeah, is that Talk Radio?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hello. I'd like to come on. I'd like to talk about. I'm a student. I'm just come back to visit my parents for Christmas.
Is that a good idea?
Well, kind of a good idea.
Yes.
I'd like to talk about the fact that my parents are a bit nuts, and they keep talking to me about the fact that you should lead a normal life, when in actual fact they're a bit mad themselves.
Right, well, what are you studying, first of all?
I'm studying philosophy.
Philosophy? Oh, my God, that almost disqualifies you from conversation.
Well, I'm
studying philosophy.
I'm not going to talk about philosophy, believe me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, studying philosophy. I mean, I'm studying, I wonder what that's all about. That's really what we call it.
Yeah, but this is the thing, you see, because people say to you,
How philosophical is a philosophy degree, by the way?
Yeah, well, people say to you, they say, what are you studying? And you say philosophy, and I say to them, and it's the usual question that you get. It's like, what's philosophy then? And you have to think to yourself every time, well,
whatever you want it to be.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Oh, it's the history of ideas, or it's the history of thought, or whatever. It's a very difficult question to answer. So I really don't want to get into that one. I just want to talk about the fact that my parents are a bit out of their minds.
Where are you studying, by the way?
What in philosophy?
Yeah, where are you studying?
Where am I studying? I'm studying in Norwich.
Norwich University?
University of East Anglia.
University of East Anglia.
Yeah.
Great place to be, is it?
It's all right, yeah.
What do your folks do? Are they
my mum's a teacher herself. My dad's retired.
Okay.
And he's the one who's especially, off his rocker.
So they're a bit eccentric, are they?
He's a little bit eccentric, yeah.
And they're telling you that you're too eccentric?
Am I eccentric?
No, they're telling you this, are they?
No, this is just my personal view.
They think you're wacky?
They think I'm a bit strange, and...
But in fact, they're stranger than you are.
Well, this is it.
Excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for that. I don't know where we would take that subject. How mad is his parents,
I wonder.
I wonder indeed. Okay, lines are up, 0500 1053 89. Okay, so, for whatever reason, we don't know why, but we've asked, kind of sporadically over the year, to kind of jot down and write to us which areas of programming you liked, and one conversation that for no reason at all, I don't want to, it could be an enormous anticlimax, for no reason at all, a bundle of folk wrote to us over the months and said, that conversation you had about XYZ, I'd love you to play that again, because it was it just happened, it was spontaneous, and we just enjoyed it. And we don't know why, so we apologise in advance, because if you think there's nothing to this conversation, then blame all the people that wrote in and said, please play it again.
Yes.
So we are playing it again, not as the best part of the year or anything like that, but just one that we picked up. There just seemed to be an over and above average amount of letters for one conversation we had.
Indeed.
So there we go, and this is what happened. Did you know that Britons spend a record £512 each in pubs? Industry figures are revealed yesterday. Around £300 goes on booze, the rest goes on food and other extras. So a week, that's a year. That's 10 quid a week, isn't it?
That's nothing.
I don't think that's a lot. Do you know that, Myth?
What's that, mate?
What do you reckon the average Brit spends a year in a pub? A year.
The average
Brit spends a year in a pub.
I would say 4 weeks.
Now, how much money you...
Oh, how much money? I thought you meant how long they're in the pub. You know me, but... I will not be ridiculed like this. I'm sorry.
It could. I think actually our response is best summed up in the timing of it. That was what made it great.
It was the delivery.
It was how much money? The average Brit spends a year in a pub.
5,200 quid.
5,200 quid.
Yeah.
£100 a week.
Yeah.
How many people do you know got 100 quid a week to spend in a pub, you turkey?
I think that's what your average...
The average person spends 100 quid a week?
Yeah.
The average person don't earn that a week. Well... Anyway, I'll tell you what this, Ben.
Good.
I'll save you any more embarrassment on this. 4 weeks. The average Brit spends 512 quid
Yeah, $10 a week.
$10 a week?
No.
But less than a $10 a
I'll
week.
do that in an hour. Less than that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Mm.
Yeah, 512 quid apparently.
That's tosh.
Yes.
Hey, that's tosh. I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I don't know anybody who spends as little as a $10 a week.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of people...
do. I know a Scottish gentleman who spends...
Oh, yeah, I know him.
...quid a year.
But the thing is, there's lots of Brits don't go in pubs very often.
Yeah, but that's if you include...
Yeah, but you live in one, you see. That's the difference. You don't...
No, but that's if you include your passing trade. You know, that's...
Yeah, but the average... If you take someone like my mum and dad... they haven't been a pub for yonks.
Well, that's it. I mean, you can't include them in your average pub. Your average pub, your pub regular.
Yeah, but I don't know how they work.
Right, your pub regular, right?
It does seem very low to me.
It does. It seems too low.
4 weeks is far too short.
Yeah.
Yes. Wild West legend Buffalo Bill has had his pistol auctioned.
Has he? No.
How much did Buffalo's Bill pistol raise? That's a real Buffalo Bill.
Oh.
In auction.
In auction.
In I think it's $30,000.
Dollars? You're on about. How much is that in money? Real money?
That's about £22,000.
22. Yeah, get away with about $3,000.
$3,000?
Yeah.
For Buffalo Bill's pistol.
So people would spend more in a pub in a year than they would on a sort of a legendary artifact from films.
Can somebody ring me if you actually own a real item, okay, a real item of a famous person? I'm not talking about John Inman's pants. I'm on about like a real kind of biggie sort of person of note.
Yeah.
Whether it's showbiz, whether it's politics. You know, if you've got Gandhi's sheet, for example, I'd love.
He's nappy.
It's, mind you, that food's hot, you need it. So I think that, anyway, Buffalo Bill's pistol raised £77,000.
Wow.
At an auction.
I'll tell you who bought that. Some old country and western clown.
What? Now, what were you going to say then? I think you might have been right the first time.
Telling you.
That's who bought
Maybe one of
that.
them merchants in a big hat.
Billy the Kid's gun. Billy the Kid's gun, how much did that raise?
Oh, on that basis.
Billy, Buffalo Jim's,
Bill.
Buffalo Bill.
Whoever. So I'd have to say $250,000.
$250,000.
You're just picking figures out the air.
Didn't raise as much, I'm telling you. It raised 29,000 quid.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Chief Sitting Bull's knife.
That's a hell of a weapon.
It is a hell of a weapon. Not as much of a weapon as that thing he used to sit in his head.
Well, the big horns on it.
That fell on you. I think that was his wigwam.
He used to put a moose on his head, didn't he?
He's a water buffalo, isn't he?
He must have been.
Water buffalo.
So Chief Sitting Bull, was it, who was the one that was,
Minnie Ha-Ha.
Was it, who was the other famous Indian?
Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Was it Chief Sitting Bull who was run over by a car in the end?
I think so,
It was, wasn't it?
He's the one that kicked Custer's butt.
Yeah.
And then lived to about 1910 ago.
So he lived to about 1910, and he went through all of that. This guy had more arrows thrown at him, more hassle with war, more jip from Colonel Mustard. Colonel Sanders. Bloody Colonel Sanders that started the thing, throwing chicken legs at me. So he had all of that.
Yeah.
And lives to survive. Amazing battles. And unfortunate, tomahawks coming in all directions. And he gets run over by a car.
Well, I'll tell you how that could happen. I could see that.
There's probably a surly bus driver who did it to him, too.
It isn't. See, you're Indian folk. You're naturalised Indian folk. You're red Indian, right?
Yeah.
They're not used to your motorised transport, are they?
Well, you wouldn't be, would you?
See, if it's an horse, he'd have seen it coming, wouldn't he? But your car, he wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
They get confused to your red Indian. They do. Red Indians get confused about motorised vehicles. What did they used to call? They used to call the old train the Iron Horse, didn't they?
I think it was that big thing on his head. It just slipped down over his eyes, like momentarily. He thought, "Where am I? Where am I? Where am I?" And boom.
I think so.
It was something on those sort of lines. I don't know. That's really. But anyway, how much did his knife fetch at auction?
Cool. 500 quid.
I'll say $2,000.
£7,200.
No.
The auction of these weapons took place in San Francisco. I wonder who bought those.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'll have Bill's pistol, please. Yes. You been to San Francisco?
No.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, strange place.
Fat Sam's Disco.
A fate advertised for a lady cadaver to ride naked at a parade in...
Lady Cadaver?
Godiva, Lady Godiva, that bird who went about with no kit on and off.
Yeah. This place is in Devon. It's called Stockine Tigenhead. Stockine Tigenhead. Have you heard of that?
No. I heard of Stockakin and Waterman.
Yes, it's a similar thing in Devon. They've now got to choose between 3 volunteers.
Oh.
Whether they had their horses with them, I have no idea. We know nothing about that. Well, there we are. More stories on their way.
It's another bulging experience from Ian Collins and the Creatures of the Night.
Access all areas on TalkRadio with Nicky Horn.
The biggest names in music were...
Between the Sheets with Ian Collins and the Creatures of the Night.
You've got your spies working on me, have you?
Yes.
Yes. I thought you got MI5 onto me a long while ago.
Who?
MI5. I know you're a stooge of theirs.
I was only down at the MI5 building this afternoon, actually, for my festive update. I've had a few subversives on this week, Governor, I said.
There's a few subversives out there, anyway.
Yeah, there's one or two. Mike says, hello. I'd imagine if you believe in God, you must by definition have faith in the fact that God will use his power to put all things right. So why do religious do-gooders take pride in standing in judgment of others? Do they have no faith? You would think the religious followers would be self-assured, knowing that their futures are guaranteed. So why are they normally so miserable and bland old toads? I've never met a fun-loving religious person yet. Have you? Merry Christmas, says Mike.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much for that, Mike. Nicely put. Did that one. Well, this one came from Dave at the Dove's night shift scenario.
Oh.
It says, Ian of the Creatures, just a fax to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And thank you for getting me... There's big lines on this fax. Look.
Yeah.
It's a knackered fax. Get me through the year of the night hours. You were sorely missed when you had what seemed a never-ending holiday. I wish it was a holiday. If you let me know when you're planning your holidays, I could take the same time off, says Dave. Well, we're off for a couple of weeks from now. We're back 2 weeks yesterday, we're back.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's not quite 2 weeks. But about flipping time, too.
God, we ain't had no time.
No, not at all. So we've got that, but don't worry, Gordon will be here.
Oh, Gordon will.
Yeah.
Yes, oh, Gordon.
Don't be too good, Gordon, we're calling him. Don't be too good, Gordon will be here. So show him some support. Right, let's go to this line. Hello, Tony.
Hello, Ian.
Tony in Bournemouth, all right. What do you got for us?
Yes, long time no speak.
Yeah.
Right, yes, I'm sorry I was too croaky to speak last night. I'm sorry if it's got a boring issue now. You want to hear about the showbiz?
Well, your Bournemouth must be loaded with showbiz news.
Just a bit. Well, I don't know. There's, loads of pantos on.
Of course.
Did you get many last night, by the way?
We had a few,
I did listen in.
Not as many as we thought we'd get.
No. Well, okay. In Bournemouth, at the Pavilion, there's Beauty and the Beast with, would you believe, Robin Cousins, Mind Your Backs, and Buster Merrifield.
But really?
He lives down here, so that's all right.
Buster Merrifield and Robin Cousins?
Yep. And I looked at the list of the other actors, and it was just, well... You wouldn't even know them, I would have thought.
You haven't got them there by any chance, have you?
I haven't, no,
That's
sorry.
a shame, actually.
Oh, sorry. I can send it to you.
We might be, well, it won't get here within the hour, though, will it?
No, of course not, no.
It's a bit of a shame, so... Anyway.
Okay, right, over in Poole, down the road...
Good old Paul in Dorset.
Poole Arts Centre,
yes.
You may know that, of course.
Yeah.
Aladdin, a musical ride, starring Dora Bryan.
Dora Bryan? Do you know, I was only thinking about Dora Bryan. I once knocked on her dressing room door and asked for an autograph, and she told me to go away.
All right.
She said, I'm resting, come back.
Well, she's playing Slave of the Ring. I thought it was Slave of the Gin, really, but...
Slave of the Ring?
Yeah.
I thought you'd done the Robin Cousins story. Oh, no, yeah.
Sorry.
Slave of the...
No, Gin. Slave of the Gin.
Slave of the Gin, yes.
Yeah, and
Dora Bryan, the star of, what's the... Say Stephanie, Sheila Delaney, that's it. Yeah.
Right, and she's her co-star...
Rita Tushingham, yeah, she's really good in that.
Her co-stars are Tracy Childs from Howard's Way.
Howard's Way, Tracy Childs. Wasn't she married to one of the other Howard's Way dudes?
Yes, the middle-aged guy
that's
with the
right,
yacht. Yeah, that's it. And David McAllister, you may know from Hollyoaks. He was like the drunken teacher.
I know, yeah, I'm aware of the programme.
Right, jolly good. Okay, anyway, a real highlight coming here in February.
Yes.
Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None.
And Then There Were None, yes.
Starring Ruth Maddock.
Ruth Maddock.
Yes. David Griffin.
David Griffin from Heidi High.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's Agatha Christie. I mean, also starring Howard Leader.
Really?
No, come on. You know, that's life.
I used to work with Howard at radio, BBC Radio.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a top actor now.
Howard, do you remember Howard Leader?
No.
Howard from That's Life. He was.
Hello.
Guy.
He was in That's Life for 5 years, according to the blurb here.
No, he was. Yeah, he's a top man actually. Howard. He's a good player.
And a lady called Eve Steele, who played Annie Malone from Coronation Street.
That's
very
correct.
briefly.
The one who poisoned the peas.
Right, and this is the killer.
Trying to drop Curly in it.
With the special guest star, wait for it, Jack Smithhurst.
No way!
Excellent.
No, did you say who did you say before Jack Smithhurst?
Eve Steele.
Oh, Eve Steele.
Yeah, and then well, at the bottom of the bill, it's with special guest star.
This is still the Agatha Christie program.
Yep.
Jack Smithhurst.
So you got Heidi High plus Coronation Street plus Hello, That's Life with Jack Smithhurst.
Excellent. Wow.
Superb stuff. Anyway, it's slightly improving. You know, I said it's always crap down in Bournemouth.
Yes.
We've had, one or two good sort of packages. Culture Club, Human League, ABC were down here.
Yeah, and what about the good ones?
Well, exactly, I didn't go. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, Duran Duran were here. The Minks have gone, by the way, if you remember that. They've all gone.
The Minks have gone, that's right, the Minks that escaped.
Remember your Norwegian weather
that's
forecast?
right, yeah.
They've gone. One thing I was just going to mention very briefly, you know, you said about the golden issue.
Yes.
Well, in Kent, you know about this refugee problem.
Yes.
Well, down here in Bournemouth, now it's been raised here. They want to bung a few of them here.
Do they?
And I say no. So if there are any refugees listening, we don't want you here. So.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know them, so.
Anyway, the reason I phoned actually to say great show, wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that stuff. But if anyone else wants to phone in and give a view on that sort of refugee stuff.
Okay, that's very kind of you.
It's okay. I mean, you know, you might take a view that you don't want to take them over here, but if they're hanging around your town, just dossing about, you know.
Yes.
I know you like sort of raising these sort of contentious issues. So.
Okay, that's all right, but you just did, Tony.
Okay, Happy New Year. Anyway, cheers.
Have a lovely Christmas. Bye-bye. There we are. That's Tony, contentious tone in Bournemouth with his refugee. He threw that one in. He's a spanner in the works there.
A bit of an old Googling.
Straight in there, he was giving us top panto detail.
Yeah.
And wallop, straight from the side. Didn't even know. It was a side blow.
Romany gypsy refugee.
Any chance we can have a drop of heat in the studio? Is it?
Yes, I can do that.
Just turned it up.
It doesn't work anymore.
Is it still not working?
Like
Still not
everything
working.
else.
It's crazy heating.
It's freezing in here.
Can it just be known to the nation that Sarah has the shortest skirt on in the world?
Ever.
That is so short.
I went to a party. Am I allowed to dress up?
Yes, you are. You can dress like that any time you want round here.
I said to her earlier, I said, why do you dress like that all the time? I love it. Love it.
Very nice.
Yes.
Hello. Yes, it's Sarah Mulvey, everybody. We love it when Sarah Mulvey pops in for a chinwag. Well, let's go to Sid, who's in London. Hello, Sid.
Hello, mate. How are you?
All right, what do you got for us?
Yeah, you were talking about some famous characters with some famous things you made at home from them.
Yes.
I've got Sid James's older Triumph Stag.
You own Sid's Triumph Stag?
Yeah.
Serious?
Seriously, yeah.
How did this happen?
I didn't buy it straight off him. I came across it in a classic car magazine. Went down to have a look, and the bloke gave me all the history on it and everything. He had the original logbook. Sid was like the first. I'll talk about it as if I know him first name, basically.
Yes, Sid was me and Sid, yeah.
Sid was like the first. He's a bloke that bought it brand new, and he like kept the logbook for it, the photocopy and everything of it. And so I've got his old motor.
But do you still use it?
I use it very rarely. It's just something I take out in the summer once or twice.
Beautiful car, the old Stag.
Yeah, lovely motor.
I used to have a Spitfire, but the old Stag was one up from that. Big.
Yeah, that's it. And I'll tell you, it looked after it really well. Yeah. I've driven it at all himself.
Was there any remnants of Sid?
No, I did have a fish around in there, but there wasn't anything left behind. No, nothing at all.
Because let's face it, there's plenty he could have left in there, isn't there?
Yeah, I think the bloke said he'd kept the headrests off it for some reason. Tight old git, but...
What do you want those for?
I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's what it is. I've got his old Triumph Stag.
Love
I'll just also say that Cockney bloke there, is he really thick as two short ones?
Oh, yeah. Mind.
I bet he looks like him and all. That's all I've got to say, mate. Okay,
Thank you, Sid.
Yeah.
Right, that's,
well...
Did you hear that? A bit of a libel for old Miff there.
Oh, that's my cup of tea, mate, isn't it?
No, that's my cup of tea.
Is that mine? Is
Yeah,
it?
you've been drinking this.
No.
So, why does that make you thick? Because you've got a Cockney accent.
Yeah, because you've got a Cockney accent, people think you're thick, don't they?
Yeah, it's bad news. Can I do that one?
Oh.
I don't know. It's a bit dodgy, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're going to take a little break anyway. Back in just a couple of ticks, so don't go away. It's 0500 10 53 89.
It's miserable. Ian Collins, and the creatures of the night on Talk Radio.
And we're starting to give calls that if you ever missed Christmas, for whatever reason you missed Christmas, you completely and utterly missed the day because you got stuck somewhere, you got locked in, so whatever happened, you just missed it, you know? Plenty of that, please.
Yeah.
Over here in Oxford, we've got... no, that's the wrong line. Hello? No, that's the wrong line anyway. This line here.
That's it.
Jules, how you doing?
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jules.
Good evening, sir. Actually, no, I was Sitting Bull demised. How he popped his clog.
Oh, Sitting Bull, yes.
Yeah, he was on the old Wild West show, right? And, he was touring it with Buffalo Bill and all of that.
That's right, yep.
And he was, heard this noise that he'd never heard before. So he put his ear to the ground as only Indians can, and he got run over. Went over his head, sir.
Over his head?
Yeah, the car.
You thought we'd heard it coming, really, wouldn't you?
He was facing the wrong way.
So, I mean,
burst over him.
With all that gear on his barnet...
You wouldn't hear much, would you?
Yeah, but you'd have thought it would protect it like some kind of old Red Indian crash helmet.
You would have thought there'd been a curse.
Didn't the person driving do we know who that person was?
No, he's probably some Indian hater.
It must have been.
Yeah. Listen, I gave you a fax of wishing you... Because you went out on the bevy, didn't you, Friday?
Yeah, we did.
Did you have a good night?
We did.
Well, I sent you a fax of a woman saying on top of it before 8 beers, underneath it after 8 beers. Did you get it?
Did we get it?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
It would have cheered you up.
Maybe we didn't get it.
Because we've all done it. We've never gone to bed with an ugly woman, but we've woken up with loads.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Thank you, Jules. See ya. 0500 1053 89 or fax this beast of a show on 0541 59 69 79. So next year, so what are we doing next year with the show? Well, quite a lot of different things. I mean, we said a couple of months ago we were going to have this kind of cosmetic relaunch, and it didn't happen for a whole variety of reasons, and we're hoping to kind of interject that into the proceedings from the beginning of Jan.
We are indeed.
But whatever ideas, really unusual ideas, we're up for some of that.
Yeah, did you got any ideas at all that you'd like to hear on the show? And not the plain things that everybody else has done.
Yeah,
you want something really different. And
really different. Stuff that's like, really important to you. Because if somebody came around to your house with a questionnaire and said, right, what is important, if you, hypothetically, you're listening to a radio station, what is really important for you to hear as a Brit? What would you put at the top of that list?
You've got exactly.
And I see what I'd put. I'd put it's important that I have a laugh.
I second that emotion, sir.
Yes. That's exactly what I would put. You know what I mean?
Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
I think that's. I think people actually want to be entertained when they listen to this old wireless. Yeah. I don't think you've got to throw facts at them all the time, and I don't think you... I mean, we obviously do have our serious moments when need be.
Oh, we did yesterday, really, didn't we?
Yeah, we did it. We had a whole serious night, didn't we?
We did.
And last week with the old golf doodah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Golf War.
Yeah, we did.
Whole night dedicated to Golf War, you know?
Exactly. So, but I mean, in general, I much prefer it myself, having a laugh and making people laugh and hoping that they enjoy it, rather than the bland old nothingness that comes out of your radios from other stations.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Of course, it's different now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we're pipless.
Oh, yeah.
No pips anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what was going on. Thank you to Alex in Northumberland as well for your facts, Alex. Good on you. So you missed Christmas. Best bits, khaki presents, panto detail, details of your local Santa, whatever else you want to sling in, then do so. It's 0500 10 53 89. It's Ian Collins and the creatures of the night. That's Miff, Pete and Sarah tonight. Short-skirted Sarah. She loves it. She loves it. Oh, she loves it. She loves it. Ouch, she's pinching my neck.
The advantage of being in here, I can't believe I can actually beat you up when you start.
That's right, yeah, because we've changed the location.
I'm very vulnerable now, actually.
I'm in control of this thing. You can't massage me on the air. That hurts. 0500 10 53 89.
broadcasting across...
TalkRadio, can I help you?
Hi, can I talk to Ian, please?
3, 1.
It's a real thing. It's a radio signal from another world.
This is the flavor.
I'm like Ian Collins. All he does is talk to Mike and Myth.
Slash off. Some folk just don't get it. I'm not going to do this with a pack of morons.
How dare you think you're right, because I'm right.
And you should keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah.
Ian Collins and the creatures of the night.
Yeah, I hear you, fruitcake. They call me Rubberneck.
Brace yourself.
And that's the general idea, to brace yourself. 0500 10 53 89 with any of the bits and pieces that are up and running so far. Thank you to Julian in Bath for the Mandelson gag, which obviously we can't read out. Good luck. Thank you to Michael Green in Lewisham for arguably the best facts I've had in months. And that is good facts, isn't it?
Very good.
We love that facts. Now, I think I should put that in somebody's pigeonhole, actually.
I wonder whose.
Yeah, I wonder whose. Alex in Northumberland says, "Dear Ian, I just got back from a booze run to Calais. It's not the first time I've been there. For some reason, this time it really made me think that we in the UK take too much crap from the government. I don't just mean normal pet hate, the EU, but everything. Duty on cigarettes, alcohol, petrol, etc. TV licenses, speed cameras and so forth. I do love Britain and the British people, and partly because we are so reserved and orderly compared to the French, etc. But it really is time that we put the government firmly in the place as the servant of the people and not the master." Profound thoughts there. Very profound thoughts. Yeah, a little ripple there, I think, for Alex in Northumberland for his political input. Thank you for that. Richard, have I read this one?
No,
I haven't.
No, you haven't.
Richard in Aberdeen says, "I hope you have a good break, a good restful break. Just one thing, as a contributor, will I get paid at the end of this year or have to wait to the end of the financial year?" Yeah, I suppose the end of the financial year, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I believe I have the golden issue. Hopefully, I'll have it typed up to fax to you next year if you're still looking for it in the new format. Yes, we will. Why not ask for stories from hotel trade, like naked sleepwalkers, sex in corridors, toilets, etc. There's a whole lot, believe me. That's good, yeah. If you work in the hotel industry, you got any, like, crazy guest stories?
Yeah.
I want to do a film category. Well, I don't know which one. A film category of some description.
What are the subjects? Oh, my.
How did that happen?
That was weird.
That was nuts.
I think that's me with this.
They're too small, aren't they?
Pressed one at the same...
I'm going to have to press the buttons for you, I'm sorry, because I've got little hands.
Crazy. You have. But that's good. Because, yeah, never marry a woman with big hands. It makes your willy look ridiculous. Right. Okay, let's go to Nell. Hello, Nell.
Hello, Ian.
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Superb.
Do you remember my telling you months ago that I'd written a carol?
I'm afraid I don't ever remember talking to you before. It's just been erased from my memory by MI5.
To Russia.
Of course I remember.
Well, I've written one.
Listen.
Let him see what life is like, 'cause airport, he's no star. Oh, for goodness sake. In other words, BBC. Oh, dear. In other words.
Did you hear, Nell?
What's our license fee? Oh, my God.
Did you hear that Jeremy Fatcamp is married?
No.
He is.
No.
He is married.
That does surprise me a little, but then, I don't know.
Well, life's full of surprises.
It is. Gosh, now, I feel sort of strange offering you this after what you just played. This is sort of serious in that it's a really, I'm awfully proud of it. It's called the Millennium Carol. Would you be interested in hearing it?
Yes, we would.
Now, there are quite a few verses.
It'd be deeply embarrassing, wouldn't it? Now you're on here, we'd have said, no, we're not.
Well, I know.
So I'm glad, that we didn't say that, really.
As long as you don't take the mickey, because I'm sort of doing this sort of seriously for once, you know?
Okay, no worries at all.
Is that all right?
We're with you all the way.
Obviously a bit nervous and all the usual things that one says, but I'll go for it.
All right, you're far away. It's in your court now.
Once upon a time, 2,000 years or so, Joseph and his spouse, with nowhere else to go, found a lowly cowshed for Christ's coming birth. With the ass and oxen, joy came to this earth. Holy, 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 oh so holy night. Baby in a manger, star is shining bright. Little boy named Jesus, cradled in a stall. Round him beasts of burden borne, the Saviour for us all. Jesus born to save us, born to set us free. Darling little Jesus, gift of life for me. Mother and her baby, bathed in love's great light. Mary lulls her baby through the long and lonely
You know, MC
night.
God is...
Sorry? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I was singing there, didn't you? You cut across.
No, not at all. It was a fader that jumped up.
Are you still there, Ian?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Right, do you want me to go back to
Please,
that?
no, please do, yeah.
Jesus born to save us, born to set us free. Darling little Jesus, gift of life for me. Mother and her baby, bathed in love's great light. Mary loves her baby through the long and lonely night. La 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 little loveling, la 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 bye. Lie lie little lifeling, lie lie little mite. Lowly lowly, oh so holy, holy holy night. Holy, 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 oh so holy night. Baby in a manger, star is shining bright. Little baby Jesus lies there, oh so small. Breathing, sleeping, waking, keeping watch over us all. Holy, 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 on this holy night. Carols, gifts and choirs, cribs and candlelight. Our Redeemer's birthday, let your voices soar. Jesus gives and Jesus lives 2,000 years and more.
You're a star. As always. Comme toujours, as they say.
Thank you very much.
Nell, lovely speaking to you again.
Thank you.
And you have a lovely Christmas.
Yes, you too.
See you later.
Yes, bye.
Bye-bye. There's Nell and the Christmas carol.
That was lovely.
It's very nice, actually.
I love that. I love anything like
We were touched in here.
Well, I was hoping to be.
Absolutely. Will you stop sucking your thumb?
I wasn't sucking my thumb. The lies you tell on the radio, the lies you
Was she
tell,
sucking her thumb?
She was sucking her thumb.
Was she sucking her thumb?
She was sucking her thumb. It was something else.
Tack, Serenite, you know, short skirt,
not-
thumb. I mean, these images you conjure up. Here I am in my dungarees, you know.
And you've also got like a kind of an S&M choker around your neck.
Yeah, what's
going on there?
Where that comes from?
Yeah.
Your imagination, Ian, honestly. I'm going to run away with you.
Turning off the gas, Pete. That's what they call it, isn't it? Right, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky, for that. We should have gone and seen Ricky the other day.
Yeah,
actually.
sorry, I appeared.
It'd have been the night, because Ricky is so rich. It's unbelievable. Ricky Grover is so rich.
Really?
People say he's a big bloke, but he's not. Actually, he's a really skinny bloke. It's just like all his money down his shirt. He stuffs it in there 'cause he doesn't believe in banks.
Oh, you've got huge wads everywhere.
Huge wads everywhere is Ricky. Top man Ricky Grover, appearing at a venue near you over the festive season.
If you get the chance, go and see him.
Definitely. All right, 0500 10 53 89. Right. Don't go away, Ali. Don't go away, Marlene. We'll look at hotel stories. The time you missed Christmas. Anybody ever missed Christmas? No, we've got nobody who missed Christmas so far. We're looking for a film category that we can chuck in too.
Christmas films. Are they cack or what?
Any good Christmas films?
There isn't. You think of it, there isn't one good Christmas film. No, see?
Certainly not that one that Arnold Schwarzenegger did the other year.
What was that?
Jingle All the Way. Did you see
Oh, blimey.
God.
I didn't see it, but it must have been horrendous.
I took a girl to the cinema to see that, only because she...
You took a girl to see... Funny enough.
It was her choice, you know.
I once took a girl to see Arnold Schwarzenegger where he looked at Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, well, that was
Yeah.
right.
That wasn't a bad film.
Yeah.
But he is the most horrendous actor in the world, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, in serious or in comedy, he is horrendous.
No, he's not my favourite, hold on.
No.
So wooden.
Mind you, I liked him in the Terminators.
Yeah, I was really kind of right for that, wasn't he? All right, so ever missed a Christmas, hotel stories, Santa stories, pantomime tales, whatever else, Christmas films that were any good, and whatever else you want to sling in, it's 0500 10 53 89. Okay, now Diamond Demos, we've done this for over a year, haven't we, Miff?
Yeah, about a year and a half now.
Year and a half, which each week we've showcased two unsigned bands. And the idea being that music radio, which is just absolutely awful in this country, music radio is just... You go anywhere else, go to America, go to Australia, and they've got it absolutely right with music radio from the point of view of choice. And what you don't get in this country is choice in music radio, and thank God for Talk Radio, because we were able to do a feature called Diamond Demos, which allowed each week 2 bands unsigned. So you really can't sit there, Sarah. I'm sorry, you cannot sit there.
It's distracting.
That is so annoying. Yeah, you couldn't get any closer. You might as well sit on my lap. Oh, she moves a chair an inch.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. So Diamond Demos. I feel like I'm reading news at 10, sat here. Which is a feature with 2 unsigned bands each week, and the idea was to just kind of give a bit of a showcase, like a 60-second preview or thereabouts, as to which band, or what the bands were all about, and then people voted, rang in, and decided which one they preferred. Whoever got the most votes at the end of the show came back next week. That's how it worked. Dead good. All sorts of types of music as well, a whole variety of different styles. We had everything coming. Some of it would have been your cup of tea, some of it wouldn't have been your cup of tea. But the point being, and we've got a montage coming up with like 10 of the bands that won.
Yeah.
10 of the bands over the last 18 months that actually won. Now, and we were listening to it and we were thinking, well, everyone's got their own individual taste, but there's nothing you will hear in this montage that you couldn't easily hear somewhere on a national or a regional music radio station.
Yeah. Really true.
Without doubt. And you know, whatever every now and again we get a fact saying, oh, the standard that week was awful and this was crap. But the point being, what you're about to hear, like it or not, is pretty much irrelevant to the equation. The point being is that any of these tracks could be heard in music radio being played regularly on a playlist. Point being is that these guys should really be signed up with whatever record label. They're all different types of band, from punk to something rather more laid back, from Michael Groff.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there's a bit of everything in there. So there's a montage of 10, and it's just like a little sort of 30 or 40-second clip of each one. So have a little listen to some of the bands that have appeared over the last year, 18 months on Diamond Demos, and here we go.
Diamond Demos on Talk Radio.
Number 1, the dance band Obi-Wan with their track, The Message. Number 2, we've got Punk Rockers Consumed and Heavy Metal Winner. Number 3, we've got the dance act Screeper and their track Cam Fever. I am one in 1,000 million, tripping out in the phosphorescent sky. Tell again your enchanting story. I belong in your world, we are so good. And number 4, we've got indie rockers Youth of Joyce with their track England. You push and shove, and all the time you're so polite and so refined, so clean, so clean. Are you doing this for England? Are you doing this for love? Are you doing this for a bigger house or a faster car or for God above? You know that is not enough. At number 5, we've got singer-songwriter Anne McCabe and One More Try. Number 6, we got indie band Lazy Susan and Little Spacey. Number 7 is cheeky Chesney Anna and her soul track Secret Love Affair.
Secret love affair got me going. Secret love affair, secret love affair, secret love affair got the best of me. Secret love affair, secret love, secret love affair. Secret love affair, secret love affair.
Number 8 is solo artist Rowena Cairns with Jealousy Thing.
I saw you kiss her and I just turned away. I saw you take her hand and I heard the things you said. I've never seen enough to satisfy the greed. We've never said enough to guarantee the need. But I know that she will never wear your ring. Nah, this is just a jealousy thing. This is just a jealousy thing.
Number 9 is singer-songwriter Michael Groth and his ballad, Mr. Lucky.
Just take your leave. The ace is up your sleeve. And say, hey, Mr. Lucky. Hey, Mr. Lucky. Hey, Mr. Lucky. That's me.
Number 10, last but not least, top rockers Montreux with The Whole World.
We fall into packs, crawling all over my back. Maybe we're not happy at all with where we're at. I don't want to be like you, say the things you have to. All I want is the whole world tonight. I don't want to be like you, do the things you have to. All I want is the whole world tonight.
Diamond Demos on Talk Radio. Police Direct know that hundreds of thousands of people are injured in the UK every...
Do you know, a boy down the end of my road, right, he's got this leg, right, and this leg ain't right, okay, like, it's been real bad for years, and he went to his doctor, and he said, right, you know, I got this leg, well, he did, his dad said it, right, because he's, like, little, and he went there, and the doctor, do you know what the doctor said? He said, I can't do nothing for you, nothing at all, right, and so, how do you think he feels when they give £1 million, right, to the opera house, right, and they don't even fix his leg? I mean, that's like bloody stupid, isn't it? What sort of country we living in when they just like give the money to the people who do the Barber of Seville and not to, like, you know, to his leg, right? He's a really nice kid as well, right? Because I speak to him in the morning sometimes when I go down and get my Daily Mirror down the shop. And so, like, you know, but they don't fix his leg, right? Because this country does nothing for you, nothing, right? The trouble is with this country, they expect you to do it yourself. That's like the problem, right? And they give all that money to the opera people, right, who do ballet and stuff. That's where they give the money to. They give them all that, right? And because like nobody, I don't know no one, right, who goes to see that stuff. I don't know a single person who ever went there to see the opera stuff. And like, you know, and the bloke down the road with the leg, he's like, you know, he ain't ever going to get and see no opera, is he? And I think, you know, I was going to do a charity walk, right, to raise money to send him to Disneyland. Because, right, like, that's what people do like me, isn't it? You know, you raise money, you send a kick with a gammy leg over to Disneyland, and I thought, you know, I'd do some of that. But, you know, unfortunately, I couldn't be asked, to be honest. We're back. It's Talk Radio. It's 0500 1053 89. Loads of stuff, loads of faxes, loads to get through, ticking along nicely on the Christmas show. So anything you want to say, join in with, suggestions, God knows what else. And I hope even the people that don't like us, that still listen, by the way, which is really interesting, I hope they've enjoyed some of us.
Oh, yes. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they don't like us, but even so...
They're still listening.
They're still listening.
Listening. listening. Still listening. Don't actually like the show, but you're still listening to it. That is so weird. We're glad you're there.
Of course we are.
Absolutely. So do some Ambrose detail in just a while. Right, let's get on these phones. Where should I go, Miffler? Which one should I go to?
Right, number one.
Number one. Okay, yes, it's Marlene in Porthcawl. Hello, Marlene. You're on Talk Radio.
Hi, Ian.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
And welcome along.
You're very well now. You feel
Corporal Marlene.
Yeah, you sound better.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good for you.
What do you got for us?
Well, I live with Santa.
You live with Santa?
I live with Santa.
What's going on here?
365 days a year.
Fantastic. So your husband is a Santa?
Well, yes. Officially for the one day of the year, of course. We live on a caravan site.
Oh, right.
And for the summer months, all the visitors come down, they flood the place, and we use that leisure centre for our bowling and our drinking.
Yes.
And he looks like Santa because he has his own beard for the 364 days.
Right, I see, yes.
And all the kids see him and they all go, there's Santa, Mummy, there's Santa. And he plays the part, he does the thing, tells them not to mention it to anybody because he's on holiday. But on the 365th day, he is Santa. He's Santa to Porthcawl.
Yes.
We give out presents.
Do you?
We have a swim.
A swim?
Yes. The only swim in the country on Christmas Day. And we have a wonderful time. But he's Santa to me every day.
Of course he is.
Mm.
And he gives you a present regularly?
Oh, every day.
Beautiful.
I sit on his lap and ask for everything I want.
Oh, matron. Molly, I'm glad he's there.
Well, he's asleep now. I've just polished his boots and
What's he like?
resting, dear.
Polish his buckle for us. Lovely to talk to you, Marlene.
Thanks, dear.
Have a lovely Christmas.
And you.
Bye-bye.
And all the crew. Bye.
Absolutely. There we are. That's
Bye.
Marlene, and she's in Porthcawl. And her husband is Father Christmas. It's just fantastic, that kind of stuff. Okay, we go to this line here. It's Dave in Cardiff. Hello, Dave.
Hi, Ian.
Hello.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir.
Yeah, I got a Santa story for you.
Have you?
Yeah, going back many moons ago when I was a bit young.
Oh, yeah.
I worked in a very posh hotel in Harrogate.
Did you?
And the guy who normally did, there was like packages where people came and stayed for 5 days over Christmas and certain functions were on. And the guy who normally did the Santa was sick. So me being a jolly portly chappie...
You ended up being the Santa?
They asked me to be Santa. I said, yeah, no problem, that'll be great. And the people arrived and they started the functions, and among these people was one of the kids. The average age of the kids was 10 years old, but there was one who was 15 going on 3. You know, he really was out to spoil it all for everybody. Yeah. You know, throwing tantrums and complaining about everything. So anyway, come Christmas Day... I get dressed up in my Santa outfit, everything, and ready to go. And they put off the present-giving ceremony for 2 hours.
Yes.
So a couple of the guys from the hotel said, let's go down the next hotel and take a bit of Christmas spirit down there. Now, I'd been off the drink for about 2 years, and they persuaded me to have a drink.
Yes.
So I had a good drink, went back. They wheeled me in. This is a very posh hotel. They wheeled me in on a wheelbarrow. Hello?
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Sorry.
On a wheelbarrow?
On a wheelbarrow. And anyway, there were the kids, all smiling, but there was this 15-year-old.
Yes.
And he was straight in, gee, you can tell Santa's fake, look at his beard. You know, and I was starting to get really seized off with him.
Did you have a proper Santa outfit?
Yeah, the full work.
You didn't have one? Have you ever seen those ones, and this is so disappointing as a kid, where they dress in a polythene Santa outfit?
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
What the hell's that all about?
That's cheap Christmas.
That's so outrageous. I remember the Cub leader's husband doing that when I was in the Cubs.
Yeah?
Didn't fool anybody, you know? Flipping polythene Santa Claus. What's all that about?
But this was a good posh outfit, this was. But the only thing about it was a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, well, you see. It's not quite a sleigh, but it will do.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But anyway, this kid, I'm handing the presents out now, and this kid is throwing a wobbler. You know, he's watching people open the presents, he's throwing a wobbler, and he comes forward. I think, I can't stand this guy anymore. I've had enough of him. So I picks him a girl's present, gives him a girl's present, and I leaned over, and in his ear I said, why don't you pee off?
Did you?
Well, he went into one then, he started screaming around the hall, gee, Santa just told me to pee off. And he was really going, I got dragged off, I got slated, I got everything. You know, and they didn't sack me, thank God, because everybody seemed to understand about this kid. They thought somebody was going to blow up on him sooner or later.
Yeah.
You know, and the parents were the typical American parents.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be okay. You just leave him to work it off. You know, that kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah.
While he's spoiling everybody's Christmas, and I ended up spoiling the kid's ceremony.
Well, obviously, yeah.
You know, because I got cheesed off with him.
Yeah.
That's my Santa story, I'm
Fabulous.
afraid.
Dave, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Have a lovely Christmas.
And you too.
See you later.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. There we are. That's Dave with his Santa story. And we've got faxes aplenty here. You okay, Sarah?
I'm fine.
It's just me and Sarah here now. Because Miss going to make a cup of tea, and Pop-Up Pete's doing some pre-production.
Yes.
Pre-production. Who's she?
Oh, I missed
I've
that
seen her
program.
before.
Yeah, I don't know.
So are these the wannabes, the wannabe models?
Yes. She had surgery, didn't she?
What, silicone?
Yeah, I think so.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Why are these people... She's a very pretty girl, actually.
She is.
She's having it as an outpatient thing?
I don't know. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my life. There's a woman having her breasts done on TV.
She does not need to do that.
Why? Oh, she's having the stitching out, is she, or something?
I don't know. Oh.
She is such a pretty girl. Naturally. In fact, she's darn gorgeous. She wants a break in show business. I'll give her a break. I would. Hello, Ian, Miff, Sarah and Pete, says Richard Humphrey.
That's nice of him.
How's it going?
Very well, thank you, Richard.
It's a funny little colloquialism, isn't it? How's it going?
Yes, how's what going?
Yes. How's it going?
Where? Going implies motion forward.
How's it going? That's just his kind of vernacular. He's a regular faxer.
Clearly.
But you wouldn't know because you don't come very often. Oh, dear. Hello. Right, so... Well, you weren't here last Friday. You all right, Miff?
Yes, sir.
Good. First, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See, that's good of him. I hope to hear you on Talk Radio throughout 1999. Well, so do I. But should you not return in the new year, I just want to say best of luck in whatever you do. That's very nice.
Thank you very much.
That's very nice of you. Thank you, Richard. And I'll miss you guys, but hope it won't be too long before I hear you again. On a lighter note, a caller of the year. Well, it has to go to that Mrs. Mad, doesn't it? All the calls from that crazy old Mad Bint had me cracking up. The best call was when she swore like a trooper, but I don't know if you'd get away with playing it again. But I hope you'll be able to replay one of her calls. Well, interestingly, that was the one we put out to ask. It was when she slagged everybody off. Mike Dickin, James Whale, us, the whole darn lot. And she was obviously out of her tree at the time. But she was a funny caller. We're also taking this show to America, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, this is going to America, this show. It's a bit of news for you, didn't know. Simulcast across the whole of the United States.
Definitely.
And boy, are they looking forward to it.
Yeah. No one else can hit them.
No.
Yep.
This is a broadcast from the same route as the Stern Show.
Indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd slip that in. So it doesn't actually matter if we don't work at all next year now.
Indeed.
It's worth saying that, really, isn't it?
Thank you.
Anyway, Andy says, hello.
Hello.
I'm just writing with info about the latest version of the Creature's website, which I'm working on at the moment. New stuff on the Creature website, all right? Includes new name and logo. I was listening to old tapes of the show, and you refer to the site as our own Creature's website. So it's now the Creatures Online.
Ooh.
Lots more moving things. At the top left of the screen, there are pictures of Ian, Mike and Miff flying in turn. There's also a little ticker tape thing with the latest news. Oh, I like that. On the bottom. And an animated website logo and a semi-animated Talk Radio logo. There is going to be an improved bulletin board as well as the possibility of live voting via the net. Now, that is
that would be
great.
cool.
That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Quick start tabs at the top of the screen which take you to the most useful bits on the site, and a menu down the side of the screen which lots of people ask for. Have a look. I'd appreciate your feedback. I'm assuming, Andy, and can you give me a quick fax back on this? The address you've given me is not for general consumption. Would I be right? Because that's not an address that we'd be giving out normally, is it? I think that's the one he's working on.
Yeah, I don't think we ought to give that out unless he faxes back.
I hope will the new address, and can you also tell us, Andy, will the new address be just a quick, www.creatures.com? That's what we really want.
Yeah, something very simple.
Yeah.
Rather than listening
something really just like that would be really, really cool. So if you tell us, that'd be fantastic. So there's a... I'll do Ambrose's one in a second as well, because some trivia there. Right, let me go to this line. I think I should. Is it better, by the way, sitting down here?
It isn't, it isn't.
Well, it isn't from that point of view.
It isn't from that point of view.
Generally, from this point of view.
Generally it is, yeah.
Sarah?
It's just weird. I'm just used to being protected from you by glass.
Yeah, and I'm sat out here.
Can't believe you're real.
How bizarre. I do
can't
exist.
believe you in that skirt, I'll tell you.
Take it, that's a very short skirt.
That's a lovely skirt.
Yeah.
How short is it?
That's very short.
Let's
I
have a
can
look at
measure
your
that
legs.
by hand. Look, it's as long as my hand, from top to bottom.
You're imagining this, you know.
I'm not.
Don't believe them. Don't believe them. They're lying.
Now, why do you, as a woman, wear a short skirt?
Because I went to a party tonight.
No, but why a short skirt? Is it because you want blokes to say, cool, look at her?
No, it's because
it's a little bit of that, isn't it?
It's a little bit.
It's a little bit of that, Sarah. You want blokes to say... This is Sarah the feminist, everybody. Just note this for your diaries. Sarah is admitting to wearing high heels and a short skirt to attract men.
And she can do it as well, I'll tell you.
You can. You're the belle of the ball.
Yeah. I just feel more confident in it, you know?
Do you?
Yes.
But you wouldn't have done that 2 years ago.
No, I wouldn't have. You're right.
That's very true. You would never have done that.
Never have done it.
Until you met me.
Well,
Ian Collins, voice of the common man, showbiz icon, and all-round leg end.
Changed my life, Ian. What can I say?
Well, I have, and I'm also... What else on my myth?
Your top icon.
And what's the other
Role
thing that I am?
model.
Role model. That's what I can never remember that word. Here comes Pete. I'm your role model, aren't I, Pete?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely right. Pete would never, ever have done his hair like that. Had it not been for the fact that mine's gone...
You've got a spiky uppy thing at the moment as well, haven't you?
It's gone very spiky lately.
I like it spiky.
Like a bit of old...
Sarah doesn't like it spiky.
Yeah, what did you call me the other day? Looking like a heroin addict, she said.
Yes.
No, that's nice, isn't it? How can you put a bit of peroxide on your hair? That equates to you being a heroin addict.
Yeah, I've set me deeply.
It makes him look
What sort of middle-class speak is that exactly?
No, it's because he reminds me of...
Oh, no. He's dyed his hair, or his hair's spiky. That makes you a rebel. Oh, no, he's going to burgle us, everybody. He's going to burgle us. You can tell because he's got spiky hair.
I hid my handbag earlier, I'll tell you. I saw the look of him.
Mummy told me never to play with children like that.
That's a vicious woman.
The one thing Sarah hates is when she thinks her voice is being impersonated, and it's not.
I hate you when you do that.
That's not your voice, though.
Good.
That's not your voice at all. I wouldn't do that to you,
Queen
Sarah.
Mother speak, yeah, right.
You don't speak like that at all.
No.
You don't. Not for 1 second. Right, hello, Ali.
Hello there.
In Hull.
Are you okay?
We're all right.
Yeah, I'm ringing up...
what do you want to say?
Before I get into my main story, can
Look
I...
at this character here, eh? One of the television sites go... Anyway, sorry, Ali.
It's okay.
So I was just watching TV there for a second.
Why is it that woman having the operation or something?
That's gone now.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. Before I make my main point, can I make a couple of little points?
You can, sir.
First of all, Sarah's the one who put me forward, and I just... Is she as attractive as she sounds on the phone? And I want the truth. I know I'm putting you in an awkward position here.
Not at all.
Is she?
I'll tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is, please, Ian.
There's a lot of people, and I've got to say this, she won't mind me saying this, what you might call a consensus.
She's a right
A lot of people actually think that she's a ropey old bint. Now, I happen to know this, because I speak to a lot of blokes around here, and general consensus, but actually what Sarah has got is one of those... Because somebody once said that if beauty was skin deep, then Sarah was born inside out. And I thought, well, that's unfair. But, you know, that's Mike Dickey.
You secretly fancy her, you can tell. You can't...
No, I don't secretly fancy her. I fancy her completely.
Correct. You can't kid us listeners.
But we all know that.
Exactly. And the second little thing I wanted to say is that, I know it's unbelievably sad this, but you know when you listen to somebody on the radio, you always wonder what they look like, right?
Do, yeah.
Well, the other day, I've got Sky Television, and I was flicking through the channels, and I happened to go on Channel 10, Challenge TV.
Did you?
And who was on?
I have no idea.
You was on.
No.
You was.
No.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I was sat there with my dad. Unbelievably sad, I know, but you don't know how many people, it really, you always think what they look like. My dad went, is that Ian Collins? I went, it is. It was you.
So what did you think I looked like? How did I
differ? You say Nigel Spink and all that, and I'm trying to... I know Nigel... Well, I don't know him personally, but I know...
You didn't have to say that.
And I've heard you mention it before, and I thought, I always think... Because obviously James Well, I know from him being on the telly, and Tommy Boyd, who used to be on, he says, I knew him from on the telly. And I was on Channel 5 years ago, and I saw Scott Chisholm, and they never look like what you sound like on the radio.
That's right, yeah. I've had a few surprises like that.
And then when I thought, I couldn't believe it when he started talking. It was like, made me day. I know it's unbelievably sad, but...
Hey, but Ali,
Yeah.
I mean, didn't the hair look cool?
Oh, really cool.
I mean...
Really cool.
You know, that's going to start a whole new trend around this country.
Yeah, very cool.
Anyway.
Getting on to the... Oh, by the way, are you on anything else, or any of the others, Myth, or anything like that?
We're all guest stars on Prisoner Cell Block H on Boxing Day.
Yeah, okay then.
So anyway, your hotel story.
Yeah, my hotel story, yeah. I used to work in a hotel in Hull. I won't mention it.
Okay.
And I had to pass a message to a guy in a room, and I knocked on his door, and there was no answer. So I walked in, and he was having a threesome.
No! With who?
2 blow-up dolls.
2 blow-up dolls? Seriously?
Don't ask me why. Seriously. I have never...
So it's a paying guest and 2 inflatable women.
Look, I couldn't believe it. I know it sounds so... I know
I'd pay hard cash to experience going into a room and seeing that.
But why 2? What did he 2 for?
Well,
maybe he was into a bit of that lesbianism thing, you know. I don't know quite what they did when he sat in the corner and watched, but...
I don't know.
That particular permutation of the menage. Fantastic. So what did he say when you walked in then? I mean, how did he...
Well, he just looked up and he was... he's so embarrassing. He just looked up and he was just so... He was like a businessman. He just looked so embarrassed. I just walked straight back out and ran down like absolutely creasing. And when I told him...
You've got to tell me, Ali, right? Now, be absolutely honest here, all right?
Oh.
Man to man, okay?
Man to man.
Absolutely honest, yeah?
Absolutely 100%.
Hand on heart.
Hand on heart.
Was there a fleeting moment?
Yeah.
When you wanted to join in?
Hand on heart. No.
Did you think, well, I fancy the one on the left?
No, because one was inside out and it had a dick. No.
You can't say that.
Sorry, no, I'm only joking.
Yeah.
No, not one little bit. Why, hand on heart, would you like or something? You sound as though you would or something.
Well, in fact, that's where we met before, Ali. I was that businessman.
Oh, it was, yeah. I thought it was you when I saw a challenge TV.
It was me. I thought, I've seen him before somewhere, yeah.
Oh.
No, of course I wouldn't have joined in, no.
Well, exactly.
Fantastic.
If it was a woman, then 2, well, maybe, but no.
Well, yeah, we know.
Yeah, thanks a lot anyway.
Ali, you
Great show. Love your show.
You take care.
Take care.
See you later. Bye-bye. 0500 10 53 89. A comment on any of these bits and pieces. I'll do some trivia stuff in a second as well. Whatever else it is you want to say, lines are open.
Christmas Day on Talk Radio. Unwrap the socks, crack open the Yuletide sherry, and enjoy a festive fry-up with Russell Grant's Christmas breakfast on Talk Radio from 7 a.m. Deck the hall with Nancy Roberts' good humour and cheer from 11 as she bastes the Christmas turkey and boils the sprouts in a 4-hour Christmas special. After the Queen addresses the nation at 3, Talk Radio's king of Christmas repartee, Mike Allen, addresses the station and your calls from atop the Talk Radio Christmas tree. Continuing to help make a thoroughly cool Yule at 7, Peter Dealey hosts a one-to-one interview with a velvet-voiced singer of singers, Tony Bennett. Talk Radio's St. Nicholas of Horn talks to Lou Reed, Michael Bolton, and many more showbiz luminaries in an unmissable Best of Access All Areas at 8. And don't miss the worst of James Whale, a 2-hour Too Hot for Radio special at 11. Rounding off a star-studded Christmas Day, only on Talk Radio.
Alan Parry, Gary Newbon, Talk Radio. The only station that gives you a drive time sports show Monday to Friday, 5 till 8 on 1053 and 1089 AM.
Your daily station. Giving you more of what you want. Talk Radio. Your views and the news you need. 1053 and 1089 AM.
He's obviously a thick, twisted, bitter, lonely old man who, my betting in, his wife probably left him and decided that, she cannot live with this cantankerous old tit for much longer. He's the kind of person that would bore somebody to death, literally. I bet there are folk around him, friends and family alike, who died from boredom because John is such a bitter, twisted, horrible bloke.
I never listen to what you say. It's not important anyway. I never listen to what you say. So why do I hate it?
You're a pervert. You are? You're a pervert. John in Preston.
I tell you what, he's this sort of guy. As if the next door neighbour's kiddies kicked a ball over his head. He'd burst it.
He burst the ball. He burst the ball. That's that nasty old basket. That's him.
I bet you he's highly popular as well.
I bet he is. Whatever happened to Symposium, anyway?
I wonder.
Where'd they go? That's fantastic. Fantastic. Let's just hang on a second. Is that right? Mrs. Mad?
Yeah! Happy everything!
Happy everything!
Yeah, I'll go 6 hours back down south again. I'll come to get you. I'll be there. I will take you under our wing now. You will get litigation through me you'll be very happy about. I give you my word. I give you my word.
Do you know, I didn't even hear what you said.
I said you will get theatre connections.
Theatre connections?
Theatre.
How do you know I haven't got theatre connections?
I've got more than you, then. I'm older than you, so I have.
Well, good,
yeah.
Of course you are.
Speak nice to your elders. Come on, in a good mood.
Yes.
I heard you mention me.
Yeah,
I feel proud and famous. But I'm famous anyway, but you don't know who I am. But you like me because I'm real.
Yes.
Not like those fart artists give you stories because they're harder for masturbation. Aren't they terrible?
Yeah.
Aren't they awful? Anyway, Ian, honest and truly.
Yes.
You lot. I'll be in touch next year, and I will be up there. I promise you that.
I thought you were coming just
I'm down now. I've just come back from the north. 6 hours it took me on the bloody A1 and the bloody M25.
Where are you now? Where are you now, then?
I'm back in Hampshire.
You're in Hampshire?
Well, you know, do you know Hazelmere? Do you know Freddie Mercury? Near him.
So, what's the word associated with it? Do you know Hazelmere? Do you know Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, well...
How do you go from one to the other? Well, we know he's dead.
I know Roger Taylor went to his opening of his pub in Chiddingfold, dear.
Yes.
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 And, yes, and Brian May's a sweetie. And Roger Taylor's a damn good bloke. Anyway, anyway, look, you were kind to me in a way. We've had a rotten year, you and me. But you actually took a bit of a tone that I'm not all that silly. But I'm not. But I am mad, you're dead right.
Yeah,
but mad people make the world.
Of course they do.
And rules are there to be broken by the special. In wars, you wouldn't have a hero if you didn't break the rules.
You're right.
And if you look at it, people are all scared or they're trying to impress.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to impress, but I am special.
I know.
I know, you know.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Mann.
Anyway, look, Mr. Lovely. I haven't seen you, I don't know what you look like or any of you, but I will definitely be to see you soon anyway.
Fantastic.
Oh, no, easy. It's easy for me.
Hello.
Yes.
See you later.
Yeah, and you do trust me a bit more, don't you?
I do.
Aren't I nice when I'm not?
I do.
I know.
You're a little pussy girl.
I am wonderful.
You are.
I know. Anyway, Scunthorpe was okay.
Good.
And all that, and the Hull, and New York.
Yes.
All a bit. It's good up there in a way. Sunsets are better.
Isn't it?
But down here is a different action, and it's all right everywhere you go if you find the right people, and be cool, and be cool and happy.
Superb.
Yeah, and you'll find you'll get a very pleasant surprise when you see me.
I'm sure.
I'm very interesting.
Are you?
Yes. I do know Alan Stephen, right?
Yes.
No, I used to go to parties. No, through other people. No, he's a splendid fat guy. Lovely, but, you know, he's gay. Does it matter?
No.
Precisely.
No.
I mean, but all I said was to Robin, Astrid, and all the bits.
Yeah.
And I will photographic memory.
Superb.
Yeah. But I know we'll meet. I just know it in my bones.
Yeah.
Them bones and bones, dry bones. And I do play the drums, by the way. No, I play in orchestras, if you must know. No, I'm percussionist. You know Evelyn Glennie?
Yeah.
I look like that.
Do you?
Yes, I do, actually.
Yes.
Actually, yes.
Yes.
I mean it.
I believe you.
I think you're beginning to. No, not yet, but you will.
I'm sure I will.
Oh, when I get that Regent Street place. No, you're not Beeb. You're around Oxford Street, aren't you? You're Soho more.
Yes.
Langham, yeah. But anyway, I know the pubs you go to.
Fantastic.
If I don't, I'll get my helicopter and go to Grimsby.
Superb. See you later.
All right, Ian.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, I do mean it. Have a damn good. You're doing a good job.
And you too.
And look after you, because you're a very thoughtful man.
Thank you.
And you're intelligent.
Thank you.
And don't let people bully you anymore.
No.
Because you could go further.
Well, thank you very much. The further the better, some say.
I do mean that, Ian. That's between you and me and the gatepost.
Okay.
I'm psychic as well.
Are you?
Yes, I've got green eyes.
So you're a psychic trombone player, as we've established so far.
No, I play percussion. Oh, I like trumpeters best.
Okay. Well, lovely to talk to you again.
And you, my darling. And you know it was me that rang about hot chocolate.
Yes,
And you went, by the way.
I
I've actually been on stage with them.
Errol Flynn?
No, hot chocolate.
Oh, right, yes.
You sexy thing, you know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard of the Small Faces?
Yes.
Well, I went down and had a meal with one of them tonight.
Did you?
Yes, at Rogate. Do you know Rogate? No, you don't. Do you know Petersfield?
Yes, I do.
I'm down on the A3. There's a cat.
On the A3,
right?
that's
The son, well, I lived there. Alec Guinness, he lives next door. Rod Roach. You must have heard of Rod Roach.
Yes. Listen, we've got to go.
All right, my love.
See you later.
I think I cheered you up because I am bloody real from... don't let them moan at you. I might get angry, but
I know.
anger's at least
lovely.
power. Anger is creative.
Indeed.
Good night, my love.
See you later, darling.
And I'm very pleased to talk to you.
You take
and
care.
thank you for taking the time.
Pleasure.
And you will meet me, I promise you.
I know.
Too.
Yes.
And I'm going to thump him because I'm with my drumstick. I'll smack his bottom to it.
Fantastic.
Hard.
Bye.
Good night, love.
There she is. She's gone. Blimey, she wasn't mad tonight, was she? Which is a bit of a shame. Martin says, Dear Ian, I think you should leave Jeffrey. It's Jeremy from the airport programme alone. I thought he was absolutely hilarious tonight on TV as the inflated Santa. It was unfair to assume whose chimneys he likes to pop down. Can't read that.
Why not?
And empty his Christmas sack, yes. I can't believe people naturally assume anyone who is camp or feminine is a raving homosexual. We didn't say he was.
Never have.
Never said that at all. I think we need to see more lager-drinking rugby player, kebab-eating lads coming out to put this stereotypical image to rest once and for all. If you want more laughs in 99, then Jeremy, needs to be top on your guest list for the studio. Oh yeah, we need him in here, don't we? We need him in here. I was watching it, I was just staggered, because I saw it last night and I was listening to him with that snake. Oh, it's so big and slippery. Oh, it's gross. It's gross. It's gross. That's all he said. It's gross. Oh, it's gross. Oh, don't let his head go near me. Don't let his head go near me. Yeah, well, maybe he was bitten by one once.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's the problem. Yeah, he was a bit worried it was going to attack him, I think.
Give him a bit of venom.
Yes, last thing he wanted. And I'm thinking, who watched this and thought, this is the man we must give his own programme to? I mean, it was just... It's kind of... The problem is, in the kind of dumbing... The grander scale of dumbing down in British television, it begins to look fairly normal when you see somebody on there. But actually, when you sit down, just stop for a split second and have a think about it, you think, this is outrageous.
About that other merchant you told me about.
Yeah, the guy from the wheel clamping programme. You remember the wheel clamping on the wall? There was another camp on there.
Yeah.
He's got 2 TV gigs. One is co-hosting a gay dating show on the new ITV digital channel, and one was something else.
It's beggar's belief, it really does.
It does?
It does.
Yes. Well, it buggers belief as well, actually, but that's another story. It's 0500 1050 389. Bundle of things happening here. What do we got here? It's Lee who says... You can't have www.creatures.com. I went there while I was listening to you. A right cranky site with questions asking, will I see Fido in heaven? Oh, I'd hate to think what would come up if I put www.creaturesofthenight.com. Yeah, that's the I did actually wonder that somebody might already have that.
Yeah. Anyway, we shall find out.
We shall find out. Big things are happening.
The world of talk radio at your fingertips. talk-radio.co.uk. Just log on and click, click, click. Future Talk, giving you the chance to choose your own guests for your favourite shows in the future. The Sports Zone, giving you the latest from the world of football from Talk Radio's top team of experts. Programme news, now with daily updates telling you what's on, who's on, and when they're on. Talk Radio, giving you the world of talk radio at your fingertips. talk-radio.co.uk with Nationwide Building Society.
It's never ending. You can't make the rent or next mortgage repayment, even though you're doing all you can to make ends meet. If you lose your home, you'll lose everything. It seems there's no way out. But if you call Shelterline free on 0808 800 4444, you can talk to someone who'll help. Give us a call before things get out of hand. Call Shelterline free any time of the day or night on 0808 800 4444. Shelterline is supported by BT.
Alan Parry, Andy Gray, Talk Radio. The only station that brings you the top names in football commentary and your daily sports show at drive time. The Sports Zone on Talk Radio, 10:53 and 10:89 a.m.
Your daily station. Ian Collins. And the creatures of the night on Talk Radio.
Hello, my darlings. What have we got here? Thank you to Graham in Barfield, who says you shouldn't wear short skirts. Something to that effect.
Yes.
I didn't even know this. The address I gave you is not for public... Yeah, no, OK. To have www.creatures.com address would cost £70 to buy, and then 30 quid a year afterwards, I think, as well as hosting costs, whatever they are. But apparently somebody's already got it anyway.
Yeah.
It's the .com thing.
That's expensive.
It's so simple, isn't it?
It's a bit like personalised number plates.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is.
Very good analogy. Very good analogy. Very good analogy. Absolutely superb. Superb on behalf of Sarah. My name's Sarah. Hello. Don't attack me in the studio. It's not good radio etiquette.
Why?
Because you don't really speak like... Why do you think when I just muck about doing a voice? But when I talk about Miff, I go, what, mate? Mate, he does speak like that, doesn't he?
I reckon the case, yes.
So, going live all over the US of A. Soon. But that doesn't mean anything to anybody in this country, because you won't be able to hear it. But it won't matter, you should be hearing it here anyway. So there.
That's it.
Right, we're going to this one?
That's a good one.
4?
Yep.
Hello, Barry.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. See, what it is I play Father Christmas.
You don't?
3 years.
Fantastic.
And I'm fed up with it.
You're fed up with it?
I should be getting paid danger money.
Of course
the abuse I get.
Of course you do.
Is unbelievable.
Outrageous.
You get children sitting on your lap, they wee on you. They're frightened to death, shaking. Shame, innit? They pull your beard. They swear at you. I've been put in hospital, laid out once.
You were in hospital once?
Yeah, last year. I was in
what, because a kid boxed you up?
No, his dad.
Well, what did you do?
He was sat on my lap.
Yeah.
And he would tell me what he wanted. He paid his £5, you know. And because you get a little picture and a tape and a toy, and I give him the wrong toy. And when he walked off and he undone it, it was a doll.
And his dad came and lumped you one?
Yeah, he'd been in the pub. There's a pub not far from the grotto. It's above the grotto, you know, it's built up. He come, bang, I got laid out.
Did you prosecute the bloke?
Oh, he got done, but I had to stay in hospital for 2 days, get my nose reset because he broke it in two places.
Are you Santering this year then, Barry?
Yeah, I got my grotto burnt down last year when I was in the pub.
You got your grotto burnt down?
Yeah, 3 lads.
Don't be silly, man.
Hey, honestly, it's terrible the abuse you get. Unbelievable. Out of this world.
So who burnt your grotto down?
3 lads.
Well,
the like 11-year-olds. Set it alight.
Well, where was it?
It's in the middle of this precinct, you know, outside. And it's all done up nice. It's got the lights and the music. Yeah. He just put a match to it and burnt it down. So I had to go around the streets then, shouting, you know, oh, Merry Christmas with me bell, and just bend down talking to children and giving out sweets. All the lot went, the toys, the lot. Unbelievable. I'm thinking of taping it next year, my last year.
I think you should say you've been framed.
That's what I mean. I could tape it and say, not very nice, Santa's grotto.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you sit there now for 9 hours, and you don't have to get fed up.
What kind of wonga do you earn on these sort of affairs?
I get paid £80 a week.
80 quid a week?
Yeah.
For 9 hours a day?
Yeah, unbelievable. You work 8 hours, but you have an hour for your dinner, so it's 9 hours.
So what's your daily rate then? Your hourly rate?
I don't know for sure. I just get paid like a basic wage, £80, that's it, yeah. But I have to declare it, you know, to the social. So it's all right, like.
Yeah.
It's once a year job.
As they say. All right, thank you very much indeed for that, Barry. I appreciate that. Good on you. 0500 10 53 89 with any comments you want to make in that respect. Give us a shout. What have we got going on here? Load of stuff going on here, in fact. You right, Miff?
I'm all right, sir.
Fantastic.
The old throat's going a bit.
The old throat's going a bit.
Yeah.
Stuart the Night Porter says, Dear Ian and the Creatures, just to let you know that I've tried to get a copy of the Beauty and the Beast leaflet faxed to me here at the Travel-In, so I could then fax it to you. Sorry, but they couldn't do this, as the security guard at the pavilion didn't have access to a fax machine. Here's a hotel story for you. I'm going to do something different into the news, by the way.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm going to do that bit of music instead.
Oh, that one? What
yeah,
music?
That bit of music.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Give it a bit of an airing.
Yeah, I haven't heard that for a bit.
Anyway, we've never heard it.
No.
Need to do that.
Yet. Yeah. Just last week, I noticed on our CCTV system that a young lad outside was standing naked in the pouring rain, having a leak over the manager's car. I then saw him coming in the rear fire exit, So I went to find out what he was doing. He had no clothes on, and when I asked what he was doing, he didn't know. He told me he had a toilet in his room. He was either sleepwalking or very drunk. He then tried to get into the linen room, and I told him there was not a bed in there. I had to take him back to his room and let him in. Please also see second facts for other story details. Don't forget to read out the 10 funky facts if possible.
What?
Oh, the Christmas ones.
Oh, he wants us to do the funky...
Yeah, we can't read them out. We were just seeing it. No, we were not going to be able to do that probably, because
too much work.
The only way we could do it is actually go to the archive department and, in fact, get a doodah off.
It's one big room.
Yeah, that's all we could actually do. But what can we say? Anyway, we'll do some more faxes and stuff in a second. Stick around. It's 0500 1053 89 with whatever it is you want to say. Some of the bits and pieces at this end include, have you ever missed a Christmas? Have you ever actually missed a Christmas? If you have, give us a shout. Santa Claus tales, holiday films, Christmas films. Are there any good shopping nightmare stories and whatever else you want to sling in as well? Ian Collins and the Creatures of the Night on our last show of 1998. It's 0500 1053 89 or fax us on 0541 59 69 79. Don't go away.
Broadcasting across the UK on 1053 and 1089 AM medium wave. This is Talk Radio.
It's 3 o'clock. I'm Paul Osborne. Tory leader William Hagues joined the row over Peter Mandelson's huge home loan. He's written to the Prime Minister claiming the Trade Secretary broke ministerial codes by borrowing money from Paymaster General Geoffrey Robinson. Tony Blair says Mr Mandelson's done nothing wrong, but Tory Chairman Michael Ancram isn't satisfied.
I'm certain that this will be pursued in Parliament if we haven't had these answers, because there are very serious questions which remain to be answered and which go to the very heart of the integrity of this government.
Iraq could be allowed to sell more oil to buy food for the country's civilians. The United Nations currently limits the amount to $5 billion worth every 6 months, but a slump in world oil prices has hit the amount of money raised. A young boy who was the first person in Britain to undergo a bone marrow transplant to cure a chronic disorder has died. Rhys Daniels died at his home in Epping on Monday, just days before his 8th birthday. He suffered from Batten's disease, a rare genetic disorder which causes blindness, dementia and immobility. Rhys's parents decided last year to stop medical treatment. The first human volunteers of a possible vaccine against HIV have begun trials. 5,000 people across the US will take part in the tests over the next 2.5 years. Troy Masters is one of the first guinea pigs. He's not worried about possible side effects.
The risks of living with HIV in the world for the rest of my life is much greater than suffering a rash on my arm, perhaps, or having a sore arm. But finding out that a vaccine could actually work to whatever degree to prevent people from getting this disease is major.
Tennis champion Peter Korda has been stripped of his prize money and world ranking points after testing positive for steroids at this year's Wimbledon. The Czech Republic player appealed against the results, saying he didn't know the source of the substance. The International Tennis Federation say there'll be no further sanctions. A would-be robber's been flummoxed after raiding a building that used to be a bank. He burst in shouting, "This is a bank robbery," only to be told, "Sorry, this is a doctor's surgery." Independent Radio News.
Talk Radio satellite weather.
Save money on your energy bills this winter with British Gas.
And starting out in the north of Scotland, fairly foggy to start off with, bit of a problem in that respect, windy, frequent showers as well, although as we move southwards, some sun potentially later on into the northern parts of England. Same old story, starting out a bit wet, perhaps brightening up by the afternoon. Into Ireland, north of Wales and the Midlands as well, fairly dry for most of the day, rain knocking around as well, and mist to begin with too. Into the south of Wales, southwest of England as well, breezy and cool, but will stay mainly bright. And finally, the southeast of England, dull and rainy, but the temperatures feeling fairly mild. Temperatures throughout the whole of the UK today getting no better than between 5 and 9 Celsius.
Talk Radio satellite weather.
Stay warm for less this winter with British Gas.
Talk
Radio. Can I help you?
Hi, can I talk to Ian, please?
3, 1.
It's the real thing. Radio signal from another world.
This is the flavor.
I'm like Ian Collins. All he does is talk to Mike and Myth.
Slash off. Some folk just don't get it. I'm not going to do this with a pack of morons.
How dare you think you're right because I'm right?
And you should keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah. Ian Collins and the creatures of the night.
Yeah, I hear you, fruitcake. They call me Rubberneck.
Brace yourself.
And we are back on the phones. Let's go to... we're going over here to this line. In fact, it's Josephine, who's in London. Hello.
Hello?
How are you?
Hello? I'm demented.
Demented?
I am absolutely demented. I need your help.
Pourquoi?
I was sent 2 boxes of Christmas crackers in the post today.
Very nice, too.
Yes. I pulled 2 with my daughter this evening.
Yes.
I'm just about to go off to sleep. And all of a sudden, I will pull them from underneath my mattress because I'm in bed at the moment. Here they come.
So they're,
Here they come.
So they're musical.
They won't stop. I can't stop them.
You can't stop them?
No, they won't stop. They just suddenly started. No, I can't stop them.
So how many are going?
I've got 2.
2 on the go?
Yeah, and I've got another 10.
And they're all playing Jingle Bells?
Yeah, well, I don't know what to do with them.
Can you sit on them?
Well, I've tried that. I've put them underneath the mattress.
Yes.
They're a bit too big to flush down the toilet.
And you don't want to throw them away?
Well, I'd like to fling them or I don't know what to do with them. Do I put them in a cat litter tray, or do I...
In a cat litter tray?
Yeah, or do I...
Well, that'll freak the cat out. He'll wonder what he's
done.
done.
I mean, what is Christmas coming to?
I think you've got to shove them in your dustbin.
No, that'll freak the dustbin out.
Well, that's about time they were freaked out, that pack. We're trying to get some advice for you, Josephine.
Yes.
Miff,
I've got some advice.
Miff's got some advice.
Attach said crackers,
yes.
said cats.
Yes.
And send the cats out through the cat flap and don't let the buggers back in.
Yes.
Well,
attach it to your cat's tail.
Well, I like my cat.
That's not cruel. Can't you put it on your cat's collar?
Yeah. I mean, there's one. And there's the other. There he goes.
That'd drive me potty.
Why did you buy them?
No, someone sent them.
They were sent to me.
They were sent.
They were sent from a vet.
A vet?
No, a cable channel.
All right. Yeah.
For my
for your what?
Well, my custom.
What, did you buy something from them?
Yes.
All right, you've been QVCing it, haven't you?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Well, I am disabled and I can't get out, so...
Yeah, but how tempting is that channel? There's like loads of stuff. Did you see Tony Blackburn on there the other day?
No.
He was on there flogging his CDs.
Yes, I believe I heard that he was Carolining or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, she's a nice...
I wasn't tempted.
Listen, Josephine, we're going to try and sort it out for you, all right?
Thank you.
Nice talking to you. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yes,
there we are. That's Caroline with her musical crackers. Okay, in fact, that's Josephine, not Caroline, with her musical crackers, which is superb. Right, what we got here? Matthew in Aberdeen says, Dear all, of course, all Christmas movies are crap. That's why... At Christmas, the majority of films on the telly have nothing to do with Christmas. The Great Escape, hardly a good will on earth kind of film. James Bond, never seen him in a jolly old red suit and fluffy beard. Christmas films, humbug. Keep them more restricted to before midday when all the sensible people are still sleeping. All the best. Have a merry one. All the best from 1999. P.S. I realise you mentioned this topic a while ago, but I forgot your fax number. Ta-ra! Thank you, Matthew. Good on you, sir. Thank you for that. What else? What have we got here? Here's one from the Quizmaster.
Ah.
Is that the same Quizmaster? No, it's a different Quizmaster. Who says, Ian and the Creatures. This is the Quizmaster faxing you with some music trivia. It's been months since my last fax to your show. Unfortunately, I've been unable to fax you with music trivia at regular rates since then because I ran out of questions. But I have done a load of research to come up with tonight's trivia just in time for the last show of the year. Number one, in the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, who sang the Oompa Loompa songs? And by the way, it wasn't the Little Green Men, they just mimed. Oh, who sang it in real life?
I've never seen Charlie.
Oompa Loompa, do-do-do-do-do.
That was on Sunday, I watched it.
It's a fantastic film. Augustus Gloop goes up the pipe.
That's brilliant.
The fat kid falls in the vat of chocolate.
Yeah.
And he sucked up the pipes.
I know, I've read the book.
Gene Wilder.
I've read the book, but I've never seen the film.
Roald Dahl, top man. Do you like Roald Dahl?
Yep, great. Yep.
So, how does the song go?
Oompa Loompa.
Da-da-dee-dee.
Yeah. I'd say Gene Wilder sang it.
Who else is in the film?
Can't remember who else.
No one else.
Gene Wilder then.
Who did cover the version of the Christmas hit Walking in the Air? Who did a cover version of it?
Jones.
After Aled Jones. It was Aled Jones' song, wasn't it?
No, it was after Aled Jones.
Oh, was it?
Aled Jones, that wasn't his song. He never wrote the song.
No, he never wrote it. It wasn't written for him.
I don't think so.
We're walking in the air.
Where is he these days?
He was in the paper the other day. He's about 56 now.
Well, he would be, at least.
Number three, what instrumental group evolved from the Five Chesternuts to later become the Drifters?
Surely the Drifters.
Well, the Five Chesternuts.
Exactly, he's just answered his own question.
What instrumental group evolved from the Five Chesternuts to later become the Drifters?
Well, it's obviously...
They evolved from the Five Chesternuts.
To the Drifters.
Yeah, they became the Drifters after the Five Chesternuts.
Yeah, but there was something in between them. So they were the Five Chestnuts, then they were something, and then they were the Drifters.
There was the Drifter Nuts.
Oh, evolved from the Five Chesternuts to begin. So between the Drifter Nuts, we'll say, yeah.
Yeah, the Drifter Nuts.
Okay, next one. I was born William Michael Albert Broad on the 30th of November, 1955, in Stanmore in Middlesex, in England. Hang on. While studying English literature at Sussex University, I became involved with the... Isn't your friend of yours work there? Yes. While I became involved with the Bromley contingent. Inspired by the energy of punk, I formed my own group at Chelsea in 76, which was short-lived. However, under my new name, I formed a new group called Generation X. Who am I?
Billy Idol.
There you go. Hot in the City.
What a load of...
Hardly Billy's prime offer. Are you a Billy Idol?
My dad is. My dad's probably my dad's biggest hero, actually.
Really?
He loved Chelsea.
Chelsea was a
great
band.
He met my mum at Chelsea.
Yeah, but he did the... Really?
Yeah.
A Chelsea gig?
Yeah.
With Gene October?
That's right.
No, it's November.
No,
definitely November.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
When's their anniversary?
Whose anniversary?
Your mum's
Their anniversary. I don't know. May, I think, something like that.
October.
Oh, it's been so long.
Gene October.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, Billy Idol did that classic path to musical pandemonium.
But I like Generation X, and I like Chelsea, but I
Billy Idol as Billy Idol, no.
No.
Who had a hit with Le Tour de France?
Never heard it.
God knows.
Never heard it.
There'll be more questions sent your way in 3 months. Answers on the way.
Do you want the answers?
Have you got them?
Yep.
Oh, fab. Right. The Shadows, before they became famous, sang the Oompa Loompa song. Blimey.
That's weird.
No. The Shadows.
Walking in the Air, the cover version was the Shadows. Instrumental group evolved from the Five Chesternuts to become... was the Shadows. Yeah, different Shadows.
Oh, right. Well, it weren't Hank and his...
No, because didn't Cliff Richard... Wasn't he called something else before the Cliff and the Shadows or something? Because there was already a group called the Shadows?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Billy Idol. Kraftwerk sang Le Tour de France.
Yeah, well, they didn't sing it. They sort of spoke it.
They spoke it and...
twiddled with it.
Have we done Ambroses yet?
No, but we're going to in a little while.
Look forward to.
So whatever you do, do not disappear.
Claims Direct know that hundreds of thousands of people are injured in the UK every year.
Claims Direct also know that only a fraction of these people receive compensation. If you're the innocent victim of a road accident, an accident in the workplace, an assault, a trip, or a fall, Claims Direct could fight your case. Thousands of people have already been awarded millions of pounds, and the best part is, if you don't win, Claims Direct pick up the entire bill. You don't get charged a thing. To find out if you can claim, call Claims Direct now on 0800 316 6099. Claims Direct. If we don't win, you don't pay. 0800 316 6099.
Your daily news, your daily debates. Scott Chisholm, weekday mornings from 9. Peter Dealey, weekday afternoons from 4. Only on Talk Radio, 1053 and 1089 AM.
Your daily station.
You gits! Who the hell are you, you horrible people? Who the bloody hell do you think you are? You horrible, horrible people.
I live among the creatures of the night. Excuse me.
This is Talk Radio.
Here we go.
Recall 0500 1053 89 now.
Did you used to be Blakey from On the Buses?
Blakey? I've heard about him.
Have you?
Well, the old bus conductor.
Yeah.
I know him, mate.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to hurt your feelings, though, mate, all right?
Don't want to hurt your feelings.
No, mate, no. Cool blimey, mate.
At the end of the day...
Cool blimey, I tell you what, I want to switch on my radio, mate. Cool blimey.
That's right, mate.
I could listen to that stuff. Cool
when you're talking to millions of people, you know it hurts,
that's right.
Mate.
Yeah, I know.
You know it hurts.
Cool blimey, mate.
But don't lose sleep when you get home in the morning.
Cool blimey.
You lie there. You must lie there when you get home.
Yeah.
All them complaints going through your head, eh?
No,
I bet it hurts, doesn't it?
Cool blimey, mate. It does.
I bet it does.
Cool
But it keeps you awake.
Cool blimey, mate.
You know it's going to happen. You will be gone, mate.
Cool blimey, mate.
You will be gone. Oh,
cool blimey.
I know a little bit more about you than you think I do. The only thing big about you is your mouth.
Nice, man. That is what you call quality entertainment out of your radio.
Yeah, I'll get you, Butler.
Yes, very nice, very nice bloke. Very nice. We've had some of the best callers over the years, particularly last year. So we always ask this question, because I always say that we're slightly immune from criticism on this show, because we do actually offer people, if they don't like a subject, to call in with a better one.
Yes.
And of course, the criteria for a subject on the radio isn't necessarily the one that you sit at home thinking quite passionately about. Because you've got to think that a subject on radio has got to work on more than one level.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit like how you can write a piece of copy. You can write something which is great written, but you couldn't read it out.
Yeah.
To verbalise it doesn't come across in the same way. So we're always saying, come up with subjects. And that way, if you think something's really poor and it's not a subject that you believe is stimulating your bits, then just get on the phone and we can think of another subject.
Indeed.
And we can bring it up.
Indeed.
Not a problem. We do it with ideas of the show. If there's a different kind of way you want things to go, then we're always open to suggestions. It's fantastic, really, isn't it?
And there's not many other shows that do that.
Absolutely. Let's go to this line. It's Chris in Newcastle. Hello, Chris.
You all right, man?
Yeah, you're on Talk Radio.
Happy
What do you
Christmas,
got?
man.
And you too. What do you got for us?
I want to tell a story. Anyway, this guy rang down, and he says, please help. I've got a bit of trouble here with my girlfriend. So I thought, well, what sort of trouble? And he says, no, call an ambulance. It's really serious, This is an emergency. And I says, you're not winding us up, are you? Because you had a bit of drink, I could tell. And he says, no, really, it's a really big emergency. So anyway, I called the ambulance. And anyway, they came, and I went up, and there she was, lying on the bed. Her back had locked.
No.
Suspenders on.
Really?
Legs in the air.
Oh, my life.
She was highly embarrassed.
And who was she with?
This guy, this businessman, I won't. Anyway, I know him quite well. And he regularly comes here, and I know his wife and everything.
Really?
And he kept whispering, no, don't tell me wife, don't tell me wife.
Was she a hired lady?
No. I think he just met her that night.
Yeah.
So they sort of fell through the door earlier in the night, so I could tell they must have been on the drink,
Gotta be.
So anyway, the ambulance guy comes, and it ends up the ambulance guy had a bad back. And the other ambulance guy couldn't find his glasses.
Fantastic.
Brilliant story. And anyway, they took her away.
and the lift was out of order as well. It was just, you know, I mean, you had to be there, you know.
Sure.
And anyway, the guy gave us 50 quid to station him.
50 quid?
Yeah.
Well, that was a bit of a result. He wanted anything to do with your local football club, was he?
I wish that would happen once a week, you know, next little learner.
Too right.
Anyway, can I tell you about an urban myth?
Yeah, go on, Chris.
Me and my friend started. A big Star Wars fan.
Can I just say these are great, by the way, because it's even better when you know you started them yourself.
Yeah,
and then you travel somewhere, like a couple of 100 miles, and you hear the same story that you started.
Yeah, anyway, we're talking to some guys in Birmingham who are big Star Wars fans as well. We met once before. And we said to them, did you know who the head Ewok was in the third Star Wars film? And they were like, no, we don't know who that is. No one knows who it was. And I says, it's Mickey Rooney. Just before he died, you know.
Is Mickey Rooney dead?
I think he's dead, isn't he? I don't know.
No, he's still knocking around.
Is he?
Yeah.
They sort of swallowed it, and then we went to a Star Wars sort of convention a couple of years after that. And someone says, I'd like to put down the rumour that Mickey Rooney was ever in a Star Wars film. We had started it about 3 years earlier, you know.
Superb.
Brilliant stuff.
Love it. Thank you, Chris.
Nice one.
See you later. Ta-da. 0500 1053 89. You're thinking who's Mickey Rooney, aren't you?
I am. How did you get
He's a little Hollywood actor.
Is he?
Did stuff with Marilyn Monroe and everything.
Yeah. Yes.
Good fun. Yeah, good fun. Yeah, that's rumoured, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mickey and Marilyn.
Oh, and many others.
What, at the same time?
No, he's been married about 8
Oh, he was a right dirty old dog.
Oh, loved it.
Unbelievable.
Who was the other bird? What's her name? It was the child star he worked with.
Shirley Bassey.
No.
Shirley Temple.
No. Who's the other one?
Jane Mansfield.
No.
Clarissa.
Clarissa?
Yeah, that's the girl from the Live and Kicking thing.
Oh, no, it weren't her. No, it was, what's her name? Who was the one in, that Wizard of Oz thing?
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland.
Yeah.
He worked with her a few times.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he was married, all sorts of big he did. God, lots and lots.
All over the place.
And
so, if a woman wears suspenders, right, is she doing that? Do you own suspenders?
I don't, no.
You've never had any?
Never had any.
So you've never worn them?
No. I've worn hold-ups, but I don't wear suspenders.
Oh, yeah, they're better.
Hold-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
The stirrups are no good at all, really. I mean, it's a hold-up. So they are much better, I think.
They're much more comfortable to wear as well.
And you don't get the lump, do you, down the side of your skirt?
That's very true. Is that what you noticed, Miff?
I've noticed that. I've got an eye for that sort of thing.
So Star Wars, right? This is how crazy America is. Star Wars is coming out next year.
Yeah.
Not till July in this country. This is about May or something in the States.
Yeah.
The new Star Wars.
Oh, yeah,
which is it's before Star Wars 1, yeah?
What's it called again?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's gone out of my head.
And people are paying to go and see other films in America to see the preview.
No.
Yeah, they are. They're going to see films they don't want to see, just to see, like, a 2-minute preview.
Why?
I don't know, because people are so into this. But I saw it on Live and Kicking last Saturday morning.
What did it look like?
It's fantastic. It looks absolutely brilliant.
Really?
And, let me quote, Brian Blessed said bastard on Live and Kicking. Because I heard him tell the story about him being a mad beep. That's what George Lucas had said to him. You're a bit of a mad beep.
Wow.
And I heard him tell the story in another interview. And when Zoe asked him something or other, I thought, he started to tell this story. I thought, well, obviously he's going to change the end. And he didn't. He said the word. And Zoe had to look at the camera in all seriousness and say, I'm really very sorry about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Brian would have known better, really, wouldn't you?
You'd have thought he would have done.
You know.
But he's in it, loads of other people in it. It looks just fantastic. And I'm not into all that stuff at all.
Neither am I.
That caper has no appeal to me.
Talking of Zoe Ball on a complete tangent, but also things that look nice. Have you seen that that trailer, the big BBC?
So, well, what was the connection there? Things that look nice.
Well, no, you were talking about how fantastic the prequel to Star Wars looks, and also
Yes.
Zoe Ball. And Zoe Ball is in this thing that looks amazing, you see, so this is why I
Zoe Ball's in Star Wars?
No, this trailer.
Not with
BBC
the kid.
Wait, the trailer that the BBC are running, it's to advertise partly to advertise their children's programming and also a website for small people. Have you seen it? It's a little boy in school uniform walking through, like, Bag Puss, Magic Roundabout.
Isn't he advertising the TV licence?
No, he's not, actually. Well, at least not in the version I saw.
Isn't it the one that says the TV licence, it's what
No.
the big people pay for?
Oh, he says that at the end, but he's not talking about that. He's talking about what all the BBC does for small people.
Yeah, but I think it's the TV licence
Brilliant.
commercial.
It's not. And he walks
What do you mean it's not? He sets the whole logo at the end.
No, it's
paid for by the big people. They're getting a kid. They're seductively putting a kid there
Oh, I think
and
it's
saying,
great.
whatever political problem you got with the TV licence, this is what it does for the small people. It's a fantastic. It's brilliant. It's a really good trail.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the BBC at their best. Better than that darn awful Perfect Day thing they did.
Oh,
Oh,
hated
yeah,
that.
Oh, that was horrendous.
Load of old.
You like that, Pete?
I loved that.
Oh, it's just the song is just so dreadful.
Really?
Oh.
You can't say that that's...
How could anybody be taken seriously writing a song called It's Such a Perfect Day with such a dire melody as that? It's such a perfect day. Well, it sounds it, mate. You sound like you're having an absolutely perfect day.
Love that track.
Do you really?
I really do.
I'm staggered there, Pete.
I like the original. The original.
Lou Reed.
Lou Reed.
Yeah.
Isn't it Louis Armstrong?
Lou Reed. Who sang that one?
Where Shane MacGowan did his little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hand it to dear old Shane. Once propped up, he can still churn out a song.
They can. Poor old shit.
Who was singing that version? It was all of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a million and one.
Oh, yeah, Bowie was on there.
Dr. John was on there.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, there's all sorts. Merchants. Everyone.
Don't see Dr. John much anymore.
No, you don't. You should see more of him.
Yeah, you should do. You're right.
He's a top man.
And Jimi Hendrix, he's very quiet these days.
Oh, I've noticed that. He hadn't released a record in ages, has he?
No.
All they keep doing is them great...
Released loads, but...
Didn't he become a Jehovah's Witness or something and start selling those watchtowers?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it was one of them.
Yeah.
I think he turned into a bit of a cult.
Yes.
But he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It's 0500 1053. I know we'll talk to Connor in a second. If you're hanging on, then don't go. We've got Ambrose's Trivia, which came through a decade ago. We must do that. Still got top 10 funky creature facts coming too. All of that. Are we on this one now?
We're on that one.
Fantastic.
Wake up with your daily news on the Talk Radio Breakfast. Head home with your daily sport on the only drive-time sports show on radio, The Sports Zone. Every weekday evening from 5 on Talk Radio, 10:53 and 10:89 a.m.
Your daily station.
Brace yourselves. I think a lot of you are totally orgasmic.
Oh, fantastic. Dribble factor 10.
Fantastic.
Oh, the words cannot describe you. People like you who just talk about things and they don't beat around the bush.
I think you are nihilistic. I think you've got a very sexual voice. You're all fabulous.
I don't know who they were talking about. Only because... thank you to Bill the Crusader, who sent us his novel. That's a long one.
Oh, my goodness. That has to take the record.
That's good.
What's it about?
Well, actually, unfortunately, for Bill, it hasn't really come out that well either, but...
He actually does say, please excuse the handwriting at the end of it.
Yeah.
Lovely handwriting.
It's lovely handwriting. There's nothing wrong with the handwriting, but it hasn't come out too well, Bill. It's just a tad long. Not so we're not grateful for the contribution. Right, OK, I must go to Connor. He's in Belfast. He's been hanging on for a decade. And it's season greetings to Connor in Belfast.
Andy, Ian, how are you keeping?
We're all right. How are you?
I'm OK, thanks.
Superb.
I'm in full agreement with you over the last couple of minutes about the Perfect Day song and the little chubby kid who walks through Trumpton and then says about the big people.
That's right,
and
yeah.
things like that. Phoned up really to sing your praises, Ian.
Did you?
Yeah. Instead of...
Somebody being dissing us or something?
No. Instead of phoning up to complain, which I'm sure some people do, can you keep the Diamond Demo thing going in the new year?
We might. I mean, the reason was really not because anybody had complained about it. It was just for the sake of giving it a rest. But we might drop it for a little while and bring it back.
Oh, okay. I think it's one of the best things about the show. Good idea as well.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's not enough of that happening. But the BBC need a kick in the ass over here on the Emerald Isle, I'm afraid.
I think they need a kick everywhere. What have they done in particular to Ireland? In
particular this evening, I went out to my friend's house and set my video to record Speed. You know that film with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
You know,
you there? I thought you'd gone.
No, I thought you'd gone.
Speed with Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Yeah. So I set my video and I come back from my friend's house hours later, switched the TV on and Speed was still on. So I thought there's something not quite right here. About 5 minutes later, the film ended
And you know those boards that come up and says engineering information?
Yeah, oh no.
And I thought, oh dear.
What's going on? So Speed was delayed, was it?
No, in between about an hour into the show, I checked through my video, and an hour into the show, it had just completely gone all scribbly and things like this on the screen. And then that lasted for about an hour of scribbles instead of like a bus doing all sorts of crazy things.
So that's all you got.
So it turns out I still haven't seen Speed.
I tell you what, it's a cracking film as well.
Yeah.
Top film. I loved every bit of it. I delayed watching that thing because I thought it's going to be horrendous, and I thought it was really good. The only trouble is it ends about 6 times.
Yeah. Well, I saw the ending because I caught about the last 10 minutes of it.
Don't tell me.
No, but...
Don't tell her.
I won't tell you if you won't tell me the middle bit.
Absolutely right.
So we'll have to call it quits there, I'm afraid. Anyway, Ian, I just thought I'd let you know and have a grumble.
Not a problem.
Have a happy Christmas and
you
happy
too,
New
Connor.
Year.
You take care.
God bless you.
See you later. Bye-bye. There he is, Connor in Belfast. Fantastic. Ricky Fact says, I wasn't being flash about the Wonga. No, I didn't even think of Ricky making a Wonga reference when I said that, actually. You probably earn more than me. You paid 15 quid a ticket last time, and I didn't want you paying to get in, that's all. No, it's fantastic. Don't read this out. P.S. Good Christmas film, Mad World.
Yeah, I like that film, actually.
With,
it's got everybody in it.
The whole darn lot. They're all there. Right, okay, let's do some of this. If you're hanging on, don't go with. So, Ambrose says, Ian and the Creatures, that's the wrong one. Here's Ambrose's one, who says, right, here's our trivia. Ian, what is going on in your normal booth, Collins? Does it notice, listening, that we're all sat somewhere else? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Can anyone fax in? Does it notice that we are all sat somewhere else?
Do we sound different?
Yeah.
Marks difference.
When do churches in Eastern Europe celebrate Christmas? Well, we're going to go for a bit of 12th Night.
I'm going to go...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the clue is Sir Tony Belch would be celebrating on this night as well.
And Tony Belch is a character in 12th Night.
Absolutely. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's the interpretation at this end. Miff.
Yes, sir.
He used to cut off turkeys' heads, you know. The merciless. Which artist had a Christmas #1 in 1993? The clue is Steve McQueen's first film. What was his first film? It wasn't Bullet, was it?
No.
1993.
Steve McQueen's first film.
1993, Christmas #1. It's like a Cliff Richard affair, or it's a novelty record?
It wasn't Mistletoe and Wine, was it?
No.
I think it was just before that. What's Steve McQueen's first film?
I'm trying to think of it. I think it's a bit of a western.
Is it?
Yeah. I know. I can't think.
Sarah, short-skirted like a 60s film star in Carnaby Street. Whoa, suits you. Mouldy. Before Christianity, what, according to the historian Bede, was celebrated by pagans on December the 25th? The clue is you might argue with her over Christmas.
Might argue with her over Christmas. That doesn't narrow it down very much.
I do.
Grandma, Mum,
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Could be. I haven't got any other ideas from the venerable Bede.
We thought it was a mother-in-law earthy connection.
Yes.
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth. Okay.
Go for that. Pop-Up likes Bonfire Night as well. Pete.
Here we go.
What did the NME vote as the album of the year in their bumper Christmas issue?
It was
Mercury Rev. You didn't really need the clue, which was you might measure them in a thermometer. Hey, that was a bit of a giveaway. Also some other stuff. What were your favourite moments on the show this year? Blimey.
It's really hard to define.
I mean, some of the bits that kind of stand out we've wrapped up in little kind of musical compilations. I mean, chucking them out during the adverts.
That stupid caller was that one you played just now. That one I liked.
Which one was that?
Radio.
No, the one that was going on about the guy who knows somebody behind bars kind of guy. The one who was going.
Oh yeah.
Whatever his name. What was his catchphrase?
Like the guy from On the Buses.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
Blakey.
Yeah.
That sort of stood out a bit. Now, what stands out more than absolutely anything, and this is part and parcel of the gig, and I think it's all down to kind of whether you live. If you live the showbiz lifestyle, right, and we've never, ever done that, purposely never, ever done that, and I say this not to kind of blow our own trumpets, in this kind of job, if you really wanted to, I think we touched on this before, you could you could conceivably be wined, dined and entertained pretty much every night of the year for free.
Yes,
right, absolutely free. This is true. And the way you do it is by going to book launches, film premieres, theatre premieres, art gallery launches, whatever it is. There's at least something going on, particularly in this city, every single night of the year. And if you really want to, all you got to do is make a couple of phone calls, get somebody to do that for you even. You haven't even got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And get on the blower, and you could do all of that, right? And if you do all of that, I think, people who do and turn up all those right places, and I think Ambrose actually touched on this in a previous fax. There's one or two people who do all that kind of stuff a lot, And if you do, I think you kind of turn into that person.
Yeah, you do.
And if you turn into that person, you begin to live sort of like a showbizy kind of... mentally, you live in a sort of a strange showbiz life, and you sort of begin to believe in all your own
hype.
Yeah, your own hype, and you can get the Truman Show premiere. We did the full bit. We went in a limo. We did the full bit, suited, booted, did the whole bit, and we did it pretty almost in a kind of an inverted P-take way.
Yeah, and it was great.
And it was great. We just did it for a laugh. But that's the only time, in 4 years on this show we've done it, and you could conceivably, hand on heart, you could do that every night if you wanted to. There is a point in here.
Yeah.
And so we don't, look at ourselves as anything other than, people who just chinwag.
We're just normal geezers.
So what is amazing is when people call in, and I suppose once a month you get a beauty, and make these unbelievable, these gargantuan judgments on your personality, your political views, your lifestyle outside the radio station, the people you mix with,
your background,
where you were brought up,
your bank account,
how many hours is you supposed to have, all this old tripe. And the worst thing, what actually overrides all that, one of these bods will come on, I know you, I know you, you play this, you do that, you say this, but you really think this. I don't know how anybody has the audacity to ring up somebody and say that. But the worst thing is, they don't want you to convince them the other way. They want to believe that. They actually need to believe that. In order to feed a kind of a really empty, narrow lifestyle, they need to continue believing that.
Yeah.
And this is why so many bods in so many areas of the British the worldwide entertainment industry, film, TV, radio, news, wherever, have got away with so much. Because there's an element of people out there who actually want to believe that people on the radio are at a different level.
Oh, yeah, gotta be.
And if you're not at a different level, then you can't be for real.
Yeah.
And that's what really riles me sometimes. You drive home sometimes and you think, that bloke who rang up and said this, that and the other, you think, how did he... What's going off there? What's going off there, I don't know.
Yeah.
So they're the kind of strange moments here. What is the most bizarre Christmas experience any of you have ever had?
Oh.
Another question.
I was just going to give you my favourite moment.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Miff. Go on, didn't mean to jump in there.
Do you remember,
Comrade?
Do you remember one night when we used to go out of that little studio in there?
Yes.
When you used to go out there and we were sitting in
I think I know what you're going to say, yeah?
And you were sitting out here and then we had to go back on air. When we did this.
When we did what? Oh, that, yes.
That was just the...
Yeah. We actually, something happened in the studio, which, and this sounds terrible that we brought it up because we can't tell you what it was, but there was something that happened on air, and we laughed so loudly, just so out of controllably, and then I had to go back on the air and do a newspaper review.
And it was ridiculous.
And unfortunately, the first story, and it's not big and funny, but it was that Gary Glitter story, you see. And when the story broke, and it's just not the story you need to see.
No.
When you're...
when you're kind of feeling light about things.
When you go to titters.
So, yeah. Christmas experiences, we'll have to come back to that. What are the first things to come into your head when you think of 1998 and why? A whole bundle of things. Strange, changes at Talk Radio?
Yeah.
A lot of changes at Talk Radio?
Yeah.
Riding those changes?
Bobbing and weaving.
Yeah.
Ducking and diving. Sorting ourselves out.
Yeah. So much more than that, really. Right, don't go away, Dominic. Let's go to another one here from Tonka, who says, hello. Hello, Ed.
Who's Ed?
Ian and Ed and creatures.
I don't know.
He's gone nuts, the boy.
Is it Ed as an editor?
Maybe.
Hello, Ed. It's nice to hear you again. I last heard your show, New Black Tipex, heard your show on Radio 2 or something. It's nice to know you're keeping your hand in, as people of your age find it hard with all the new up-and-coming talent around. I've only one thing to ask you. Can you please play that Hello Darling jingle again? So that's... Oh, that was the guy... This is reference something, isn't it? It's reference the guy...
Oh, it's Ed.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Someone called up and said... What did he... Do you remember?
Vaguely.
Something about me and Ed Stewart.
He was the same person as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I wish I was in his money. Ed Stewart.
Oh, Stewart, that.
Yeah, P.S. Whatever happened to the Giddy Game Show? Now, that's an Ed Stewart fax I'm obviously not familiar with.
I'm not.
But there we are. So there we are. Plenty more faxes. Faxes on 0541 59 69 79. Telephone calls on 0500 10 53 89. Crazy Creature facts coming up a bit later on as well, so stand by for all of that. Whatever else it is you want to sling in. So we've got trivia, Christmassy kind of tales and stories. That heating is working now.
It is. I've just turned it off. Yeah, it's definitely worked.
It's definitely working.
25, but it's working.
Yeah. It's up there. You getting all right in there, Pete?
It's fabulous.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Really good.